Wag lads, before we start today's fire episode with Eshaan Akbar, our favourite Bengali pub mate, I want to remind you about my tour that's going out next year, Smasher. Tickets available at dannightingale.com. I'm so chuffed about how many tickets have sold already. Manchester and Liverpool are pretty much going to sell out, and that's all down to you guys. So thanks to the patrons, thanks to all the lids. If you want to buy tickets, go and have a look at my website, dannightingale.com. Loads of time to get them, but some places are selling the fuck out because you guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Enjoy the episode. Nice one.
All right, lads, before we start this week's episode, I'm here to tell you about our latest sponsor, CoinCorner.com. Now, they are one of the longest running exchanges for cryptocurrency in Europe, and they're one of the best ways to buy and sell Bitcoin here in the UK. If you don't know what Bitcoin is, it's the number one cryptocurrency on the planet. It's been around for over a decade, and it's going mainstream. It's in the news every day. Celebrities like Tom Brady are tweeting about it. El Salvador's made it legal tender. If you want to get involved in the cryptocurrency game, the best way, in our opinion, to do that is to go to coincorner.com/wordpod. You go there, they know we've sent you. You're getting in the cryptocurrency game. They know we've sent you. Everyone's winning. You're helping our sponsors. They're helping us. That's how the pod game works, okay? That's what we want you to do. Now, we've got to say this. When you invest in cryptocurrency, it's like stocks and shares. Your capital is at risk. Don't invest anything you can't afford to lose. Be safe. Don't be a fucking dickhead. Now, let's get back to the pod.
Have I ever told you that in my head, you know the song Dancing in the Moonlight?
Yeah, top loader.
Yeah, but in my head, it's Jamie Oliver.
What?
In my head, Jamie Oliver is the lead singer on the hit 90s track Dancing in the Moonlight.
You've got one of those confabulated memories.
Do you know why?
Where you're like...
Because of the Sainsbury's advert. You don't remember it? It was like the Sainsbury's advert for years, and he was on the advert like, yeah, don't eat turkey twizzlers, have some chicken. So in my head.
Is that how the advert went? Did they have Top Loader as the song on that advert?
They say so. But it did look like, because Jamie Oliver was on the screen, I could imagine him singing it. So I was like, that'll be him now.
You don't want fucking beans on toast at school for your lunch. Have Rogan Josh and garlic and coriander naan.
That'd be power.
Yeah.
Oh, little Rogan.
Yeah, it's not what you want in year 2, is it? You want a ham butty?
Yeah. Some condiments.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Is Jack?
Just saw young Carl eating mayo. We're not doing so good.
Is Jack didn't know what the word condiments meant.
My little brother was like, because I went, let's get some condiments, like in a restaurant. And he was like, and he went, what's a fucking condiment? And I went, it's like stuff that makes your meal better.
Sauces.
And he went, what, like ham butties and that?
What?
That's how the whole conversation went.
When you put your ham butties on top of your pasta.
Yeah. This lasagna's lovely. Could really do with a bit of ham butty.
Done some parmesan, yeah? Ham butties.
Why? So why is Top Loader been in your head? Or Jamie Oliver?
It came on when I was in Croatia. On my holes. Lovely holes. Got you some gifts, obviously.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Actually, of course you fucking did.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Where are they?
They're in my bag.
Oh, the garbage.
Oh, you actually?
They're not garbage.
They definitely are shite.
Fucking trash.
They're not shite. They're not great.
But mate, the fact that he thought of us.
Do you mean he thought of us?
Who else buys your fucking presents from holiday? No one buys me. This is the first time.
I haven't been on holiday yet, Dan.
All right.
I'm not.
You're all about the fucking dollar bills, you cunts, aren't you? I love being involved in it
Yeah,
until I get in it.
Dollar bills.
It's going to be shite. It's going to be
What's the Croatian currency?
Kuna.
Yeah.
It's what?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Kuna, yeah.
Kuna.
Yeah.
The Kuna.
More.
Yeah.
Matata.
And it's like 9 times British. So like 11 pence is a kuna.
Right. Yeah. Okay. 9 times British.
Yeah.
That sounds like a complicated thing.
So what's one
No,
kuna?
you just divide. So like if they say like 2,000 kuna, that's about 220 quid. Because you divide it by 10 and then add 10%.
Oh, I've got it.
What's one kuna then?
What?
What's one kuna?
It's you put it in a bit.
Negligible.
0.11 pence. Is it?
There you go.
Sure.
I don't know.
I did not figure it out.
Right.
How many kunas did you have?
Maths degree.
How many? So what money did you get? Cash? Or you just do it on the card?
Oh no, got cash because a lot of places over there still cash based because some of them are poor as fuck, mate.
Yeah, but that's good when you're on holiday. You're like, here he is, King Row.
Yeah, but it's not like the price. So it wasn't all inclusive.
We just throwing kunas at children. Thank you, Mr. Rowe. I have a podcast in the West. One day maybe we will come to
Croatia is
England.
the West.
What?
Croatia is the West.
Geographically, it's not west of here, is it, mate?
No, but it's
Suck my balls.
It's in the.
Suck my balls. Suck my fucking balls.
Okay, it's more west.
Well, it's Eastern Europe.
Alright, then, so it's the Faroe Islands, the West.
What? Oh, why are you being a dick? It's Eastern Europe. It was Eastern Europe, wasn't it? Yugoslavia was Eastern Europe.
Yeah, let you know.
Yes, fuck all. Mr. Rowe, thank you for coming. Fuck all, we don't want him to visit.
It's not that poor.
All right.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. There's no like comic relief for Croatia.
Is it second world?
No,
Is it world and half?
it's the second poorest country in the EU.
What's the poorest? Liechtenstein.
Scotland.
Google, Finn.
Scotland's not in the EU.
I've said Liechtenstein.
Oh, do you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Joking.
What's your guess?
Oh, yeah.
Made a mistake.
Just said Ireland. Would have been a funny joke as well.
Yeah, but I thought of Scotland first, and
Right.
I didn't do the geopolitical.
Where is?
evaluation.
Hang on. Where is the port? Romania. Romania's my guest.
Oh, Adam.
Hungary.
Bulgaria.
Oh,
obviously. Yeah.
Stoichkov.
Are they in the West or are they in the East
Fucking
Europe?
scruffy Bulgarian twats. Of course they're poor.
Mr. Rowe, one day I'll come to rich England and make a podcast. Tell me about the streets of Runcorn. Are they paved with gold?
Why becoming more Bangladeshi as you go along there?
This is my poor Croatian child. Mr. Rowe, can I touch you?
I've got your presents anyway. So first up,
Oh,
we'll
he's
do
gonna be so-
Carl first.
Go on.
So
Is it
you
wrapped?
like footy, don't you?
Is it wrapped?
Yeah, to reach down from
It's
his
in a-
elephant.
it's in a little
to pay
thing.
for these.
Okay.
You like footy,
I love footy.
and you also like bargains.
Never a good sign, that. When you're about to give a present to you like this, and you also like
No,
savings.
seriously, you like this. You like footy, you like bargains. So I got you, right? And you got to wear this. Got to wear it. Mean a lot to me if you wear it. I got you a genuinely
There's a
fake
fit.
Croatia top.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, let me feel that quality. Oh, that's nice, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's sound.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be like a fridge magnet.
a football kit made out of paper mache. That's
I mean,
nice.
it's not better than this 1990s
What si-
Ajax top that I've got on.
What size did you get?
Camp on the
I
back.
got him. Oh no, I asked for XL. I
Right,
was double XL.
right.
I mean, is it Croatian?
You
double
have
XL?
a full-size flag of Croatia.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's you.
It kind of clashes with.
Oh wait.
Finn. So
What does Finn like?
you like footy as well, and you also, you know,
Oh, aye, Modric on the back, yeah.
yeah,
Good playing him.
exactly.
It would be so funny if they weren't allowed to actually write his name, and it was like,
Midroch.
yeah, Midroch.
Do you think it's a Pro Evolution top to you? Yeah? It's a Pez t-shirt.
Oh,
Finn,
oh.
you like footy and you like being like Carl. Like you want to be a producer.
Sick.
So you got the away top.
Croatia away. Croatia. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
Dan, you like hats. So
Oh, yes. Oh, you can feel the quality.
and like
it
I
on.
said to Carl, it mean a lot to me if you wear that. So if you just take this one off and get this one on,
Fuck it up.
This is real, innit? This.
yeah,
Oh, I love
genuinely fake.
a baseball hat with Velcro. Take the tags off. That's not going back, is it? Why you bring back? No, my granny's starved. How many kuna?
What?
How many kuna?
That doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts, innit?
4 Kuna. You're mixing up your nations there, Dan. Oh, we've both gone Dutch today.
I'm international.
We're
Bit
both,
of East and West.
we're both Dutchy today.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll wear that later.
It feels like it looks really noncy.
Do you want to see? I'll show you.
I feel like the paedophile at the fucking hand car wash.
You look great.
You look lovely. It actually suits you. Like, I wanted it to look worse.
I like the shape of the peak.
It's not too bad.
No, it's great.
It looks like you really, really, really want a good car, but you can't afford one.
I look like some weirdo at the Indy 500.
Hey, it's Pusha.
Pit.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your presents.
They're honestly,
Thank
that is better than I
you.
expected. I thought it was going to be like a bag of shite.
Yeah, they were all right. You spent at least 22 kuna.
I think yours was like
100 kuna.
70 kuna, which is about 8
70
quid.
kuna?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Adam made ours.
Did you bring some kitchen roll for all the ladies having to look at me? Tap.
I realised that's
I did make yours actually. I paid to go on an experience day where you work in a sweatshop for a few hours.
Really?
Yeah. And that was my gift
That's a
actually.
good
That's
effort. You
at
got
the
up
end
there
of the
quick.
course, that like the guy who owns it, he's like, here's what I can do. None of you can make hats yet. And we were like, do you know what? We can because you didn't teach us, but I can do t-shirts now.
Is
So if
the
you want
sweat-
any footy tops making,
the sweatshops in Croatia.
what?
Sweatshops in Croatia.
Oh, all the shops
Yeah,
are sweaty over
just
there.
near-
They're not.
Let that just hang in the air.
Full of cooners.
Let's call that jet lag. Do gold service, clean inside and outside of car.
Do you want
That's
to know
the
some of the
thumbnail.
things that happened on the holiday?
Adam's trip to Croatia.
So, as you all know, and long-time listeners know, I'm quite a nervous flyer, aren't I? Don't
Yeah, you're the B.A. Baracus of this fucking of this podcast.
I always think that.
So,
I ain't getting on no fucking plane fuel.
the first thing I've got no proof of, but you can ask Samantha when you see her, but this is everything I'm about to tell you is true. So on the way there...
Yeah, but you think fucking Jamie Oliver's in Top Loader, so when you start everything, swear down, completely true.
But I'm not saying Jamie Oliver's in top load. I'm saying I understand that I'm wrong, but I can't get it out my head. Right?
You're not like, he's definitely.
Yeah. No, Wikipedia's wrong. It's Jamie Oliver. So the captain on the way over there was called Captain Michael Collision.
My collision.
Yeah, it's Captain Collision here.
My collision. Mike Collision.
That's what he said over the thing. And now that you've said that, I think it might have been a
Was
joke.
the co-captain like Mike Hunt?
What?
Was the co-captain Mike Hunt?
Co-captain was Captain Plane Crash.
Was he?
Yeah, Captain Plane Crash, Captain Collision.
Yeah.
Captain Collision. I was already nervous. Really bad. And then on the way back, and I've got pictures of this because I took little sly ones. On the way back, I was hungover because the only night we went big boozing was the night before we come back. And yesterday, I got really nervous during takeoff. More nervous than I ever have. But I didn't like outwardly show it. I just inwardly had a bad panic attack, like a bad one. And then I looked next to me, and the cunt next to me was watching a 9/11 documentary, and it lasted for the whole flight. He was just, every time I looked over, either the Taliban or a big burning tower with a plane sticking out of it was on the screen next to him.
Oh, come on. You can't watch that on the plane. He's got that on an iPad.
There's a new documentary called
No,
Tipping
it was on his iPad, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it wasn't an option.
Yeah.
He'd downloaded it. That isn't that worse?
In-flight entertainment. Catch me if you can. Or,
Loose change.
if you don't like films, we've got a documentary for you.
Here's the one you're really going to enjoy. So we went on the 5-island tour one day. It was great.
There's loads of islands.
Yeah, 5 of them. Well, they say 5. It wasn't really 5.
4 islands and a rock.
It was 2 islands, a cave, and a swim in the middle of another 2. But you didn't actually go to those 2. So
In the sea?
what?
In the sea?
In the sea? Why?
Adriatic.
Can't be swimming in the sea, lad.
It's the Blue Lagoon. Like you can see it. Like it's like bathwater. It's so clear.
How deep
Bit
is
of
it?
radox in.
How deep?
What?
Deep.
It's the sea.
So you can see sharks and that.
Yeah.
Is it better to be in clear water or?
Oh, better in clear water, yeah. Credence.
You can see the shark coming
What are we
in, so you can get your punch ready.
Yeah, in murky water, you're like, oh, there's me.
Fuck off!
There's me leg gone.
Popped his nose. It's the same as with bullies, isn't it? Hit the big one, the rest run away.
What? Sharks are like going with bullies. You have to find a shark,
No, but
swat the biggest shark.
if you get attacked,
Adam's not even waiting for sharks to come. He's going swimming for sharks.
what I mean is if you
Fucking
get cornered
great
by a load of sharks.
Cornered.
What corner of the sea are you in?
Tiger sharks apparently do actually. Like, there's a gang of them, isn't there?
They circle you then. They don't corner you, do they? Because you could just swim away.
They apparently with tiger sharks, they sort of like circle, and then one of them, they're like, go on, mate, go on.
Get them, lad.
Go on. Then they go, what?
Side note,
What?
I think that might be the
What?
scariest name of any animal.
What? What, more than killer whale?
Yeah, because whale seems like not as threatening as shark.
Killer whale.
Yeah, but
That's not their name. It's orchid, isn't it?
Tiger shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both scary.
Oh, so you're scared of tiger bread?
No.
No.
No,
Not
no.
that scary, is it?
No.
Honey badger.
It is when you put shark after it though.
Tiger, shark.
Yeah. Because I'm more scared of sharks than I am of bread.
No, but you're saying that tiger is just an intrinsically scary name.
When you put it in front of shark.
Right.
It's the combination.
Yeah, but
It's
killer.
like when you put a Mento in a Coke. There's no explosion on their own.
Flying squirrel.
Why? You're not helping. Why? Why is killer whale? Why is it like it's called an orca and they're like, it's a killer whale?
There's no mean it's good. He's killing him.
Right.
Fucking boss at being a whale.
No,
called
there's
the
no
delta
killer
whale.
shark though, is there? Because they're like, mate, all sharks kill.
Yeah.
Right.
Basking sharks. Though.
Good chat. We're glad we had that. Today's podcast is sponsored by Tiger Bread.
Oh, yeah?
Don't be scared.
8 animals with spooky names. Welcome to Have a Word, the podcast. You got the vampire squid. That's quite scary, isn't it?
Vampire squid.
Yeah.
Honestly, vampires are obviously, mythologically freaky, but squid are fucking horrible.
Yeah. Got no fucking
I ate
eyes.
all of them.
Like 15
Jellyfish, fucking octopus, weird alien sea noncy cunts.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, am I? They're all like, yeah.
What about
I'd rather deal with a shark. You're like, there's its eyes, there's its arsehole, instead of this one.
What angle is this shark?
It's sitting down.
I don't trust an animal, a beast,
You can't see
if
its
I don't
arsehole.
see its eyes and its arsehole.
Is this
Where does it eat? Where does it shit?
Is this shark flirting with you?
Get on that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least you're like, listen,
me in
you
that.
understand how it works. Fucking jellyfish like,
What about the goblin shark?
What? Do you jellyfish again?
Get on me, lad.
The goblin shark sounds scary. The yeti crab.
This literally feels like we're just doing
What, the thorny,
fucking no fielding set.
the thorny devil?
Right.
That's one. And the last one is the dead-head hawk moth.
The deadhead hawk.
Death-head hawk moth. Careful.
Tiger, shark.
Right.
I'm sticking with my original answer.
Honey badger.
Tigers, sharks. You don't want to fuck with either of them unless you're hard as fuck.
What
You
about
punch sharks, you boot tigers.
what about a pedo
Famous.
cat?
A pedo cat.
Yeah. A nonce badger. Very bad. They're really bad.
Badger.
A rapey squirrel.
A rapey squirrel.
Well, watch out for them.
Yeah.
Right,
What else have you got next? You've got nonsense and raping. What's next? Murder? The murder dog.
I don't know. That's not as funny.
No.
Although,
Okay.
rapey squirrels, you could argue isn't funny either. But I'd argue with you. No, but it's true, isn't it? If you could, the eyes, the arsehole, it makes sense.
Is that your method?
Octopus, they're like, fuck off, weird cunts, shit in ink.
Why are you looking for an octopus's arsehole?
I'm just saying, I don't understand it. I don't trust it.
Hang on. You're telling me once you've seen the eyes and the arsehole of an animal, you're no longer scared of it?
No.
So you telling me sometimes you make eye contact with an animal and you're like, hang on, I need to see its arsehole. And then you go looking for it.
It's telling me, right, if you met someone and they were like, I have no arsehole, you wouldn't be like,
Oh,
"Ugh."
don't
You'd
say
be
that.
naturally untrustworthy.
Why have you said that to him?
Well, I knew a girl at school, didn't I? Who never had an arsehole. She got one plumbed in.
Plumbed in. He's lying, by the way.
She's not dead.
I'm not.
Yeah. She's got United Utilities to sort her out.
She never had an
actually true.
arsehole. You're lying.
Anyway, you're on the Five Island cruise.
Yeah. So, I can't, just for context, I can't be in the sun without sunglasses on. Like, I get a bad headache, I end up squinting all day really badly, so I've got them on constantly. And you can put a picture into the sunglasses I had. So anyway, there's this
I
guy
don't think
who-
you can be in the sun, mate. Every picture I see of you, I'm like, get some fucking after sun on his shoulders.
I've had factor 30 on the entire time.
Oh, bless.
So
Carry on,
look
sorry.
Mediterranean.
Sorry.
So there's a Brazilian
Go on.
fella who now lives in Sweden. He was next to us, and he was with his missus, who was half Cuban, half Russian, and also lives in Sweden.
Were they fit?
He could have done better.
Shout out to all the women.
And that's a compliment I don't want to give this man, because he was a bit sort of rude with Sam, but not in a way you could sort of, like, she said to me, like, she was in the water, she was like, hey, come and grab these snorkels. And I went over and took them off her. And he was like, you just put yourself. And I was like, do you know what I mean? It was just like, he was a bit off. Anyway,
Keep out of the fucking logistics of my relationship. You half Brazilian, half cunt. Who does that? Like, do it yourself. Don't worry, Adam. I break her in for you. This filly is bucking. You must control your lady.
he looked like he had a big dick as well. Like a fucking big dick. Like a big dick. Anyway, he was sort of like,
Did you see it?
no, quiet all day.
A killer dick.
Funny dick.
Yeah, a rapey.
A rapey dick.
I said it by accident. I thought everyone had just moved past, but you
No,
Really
I'll pull you up
kindly.
on your bullshit.
repeated it for me.
He was really quiet all day. And then on the trip back, so we've done the 5 islands. We're all sat there and everyone's had a beer or two now. And so the way the boat was, we were at the very back and they were at the very back next to us, with a little gap in the middle, and everyone else over there. And
How did Sam take the snorkel thing?
she was
like,
so I didn't even know it had happened. She told
yeah.
me, so I was like, oh, he's a bit of a dick, isn't he? So then we get back on, and he hasn't said a word to me all day. He spoke to other people, but it was like he didn't like English people, because we were the only English on the thing. That's the vibe I got. Do you know what I mean? Which is fair enough. The English people largely, you know, we can be cunts. But he goes to me, he goes, I have to say, how you say, I have to think in Spanish. I have to say, when I saw you, and then he spoke in Spanish to his missus, and he goes, when I saw you, right, I think Elton John.
It's not wrong.
Right? And then he went, because I just stared at him, like, are you taking the piss? So he went, I have to say it in Spanish.
Elton John.
Elton John. How'd you say in Spanish? My English is terrible. How'd you say Elton John? Elton John.
But then
There's no Spanish fucking.
I couldn't believe it was happening, right? And it was obvious. I'm hoping it fucking better had him in the glasses, right? I just stared through him. So he's gone, when I see you, I think Elton John. And then I'd said nothing and he went, you know, Elton John. How the fuck do you snorkel? Then he sang.
No.
You can ask Sam. So he goes, you know, Elton John? And I went, Elton John? And he goes, I'm still. And I went, right, because my genuine first thought was he knows Dan and Dan has paid him because the amount of times we've done that on this show. Oh my
The
God.
amount of half Brazilian, half fucking whatever he is.
Did you have purple sunglasses on?
No.
Did they have stars on?
No, but they've got like a bit of. You've got a similar pair. The
Oh, I
Riviera
know.
ones.
I know what you're on
Yeah,
about. Got a bit of a horn on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he's wearing platform boots and flares as well. So that was a bit of a problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 What's Spanish? Elton John.
That's how he said it. And I want to just try and see if there was anything else I wanted to tell you. Because I wrote a couple of things down. But yeah, really. What?
It's just the combination of the lawnmower going past. It's very loud. They won't hear it, but
Yeah.
it's loud enough that it freaked me out. People are mowing the lawns outside.
But
Elton John.
I would recommend to everyone that you visit Split in Croatia.
So, how much the flights? Flights are decent.
I
Or
think.
do you get package? You get a package.
No. Flights were like $350 each, and the for return. And the hotel was $700 for this 5 or 6 nights we were there.
And it was nice.
4-star hotel, 15-minute walk from the hotel into town, about 25 minutes back because it was uphill.
Why Croatia? Was it just available?
It was green list.
Nice.
You didn't have to be double jabbed.
Nice.
And it was the easiest country to get into. That was worth going to. But the food, so because it's on the Mediterranean, it's all sort of grilled and there's a lot of meat, which is good for me, but also seafood. And we went to this place. What was it called? Villa Spaza. No, it wasn't.
What was it called?
It was either Spaza or Spizza.
Yeah. And you can't remember if it was called Spazza or Spizza.
No.
The Villa Spazza wouldn't have.
We'll go with Spizza.
Should we go with Spizza?
Yeah.
Google that, will you? Google Spazza.
Spizza, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
They only write the menu on the day because it's whatever they've caught that morning.
Yeah.
Like it's fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
I got a whole sea bass.
There's a lot of there's a lot of Mediterranean restaurants. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of anything like this
Oh,
before.
right, yeah.
It's literally written in marker on a bit of paper. Yeah, lad. Here's your menu.
Yeah.
Wrote that before.
Well, we went to Crete a few times when I was a kid, and then I went back as an adult. And that the fish restaurants are the ones that everyone raves about.
I got
And
a
it
bowl
is
of prawns.
literally fresh as fuck.
I got a bowl of prawns as my dessert. Because my main was sea bass
Right.
with like potatoes and that. Loved that, but it wasn't really full and didn't have a sweet tooth yet. So Sam got chocolate cake and I just got prawns.
With ice cream?
Lovely.
Did she let you kiss her after that? Because when Laura eats fish, that's the end of me smooching.
Oh yeah.
Can I hate the smell of fish?
No, she's all right with it. She had fish as well.
Oh.
Her starter / main or whatever you want to call it was monkfish cheeks.
Has she done a lot of travelling, Sam?
Yeah, she went on her own for a couple of years.
All right.
She went to Vietnam.
On her own.
Yeah. And then
How old was she when she went to Vietnam on her own?
about 4 years ago. So
That is 21, 22.
22, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she went
Like,
to
good on her. It's not every scout's 22-year-old. Where you going, love? Fucking Nam.
yeah,
Who you going with? On my own. I can't see any risk involved. Girl on tour.
and then she went to Vietnam en route to Australia.
Right.
Where she was going on her own to do the thing. Yeah. So she went away a lot as a child with her mum and dad.
Yeah.
To various places, whereas I did not. Yeah, highly recommend it. Really good.
And you had fun, the two of you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The booze cruise on the last night, the sunset cruise was my favourite. And we took that as a challenge.
Have you boozed a lot during the trip?
I've drank every day.
Of course.
But like not excessively because we were getting up at like 7 or 8 in the morning to go on these excursions. So I didn't want to be getting up hungover on holiday. So I left it until the last night. And that's the last night we booked the all-inclusive sunset cruise, which was 30 quid each with unlimited beer or champagne.
Yeah.
And it was bottles of beer as well because I was like, that'll be watered down.
Really want to go to Croatia, guys.
You can tell.
You know, we were talking about Poland. We should maybe jip it off and go to Croatia.
The whale is our oyster, Dan. Our prawn.
Yeah.
Is that the start at school?
Yes.
Just wondering.
Why haven't I downloaded that? I need to get it on the thing.
Oh, one last thing. At the end of the boat trip,
Good try.
we sang Hey Jude, and Sam thought that song was Hey Joe, and she's a Scouser.
Hey
That was
Joe?
quite embarrassing.
I refuse to believe that.
Hey Joe.
Hey Joey, 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 Joey.
No. She thought, wow.
Well, one of our listeners thought Laura's Gone by the wonderful Finlay Cuvaloos was War is Gone. War is gone.
So Jonathan Ross sings it.
Yeah.
No?
I want to go on holiday. I'm very jealous. Anglesey for 6 days doesn't quite fucking compare to Croatia for 6 days.
It was gorgeous. I'm happy to be home though. You know when you get like that?
Yeah.
Know what I
What's
mean?
your ideal holiday length? I think 10 works for me.
10 days on a beach one, but like a city, that was half city break. 10 days in any city when you're out and about doing stuff is just tiring.
God, mate. That first... I like the city break within a beach holiday. I want to do 4 or 5 days of total beach laziness before I go, should we go to that big town? Should we go down Malaga or something?
I do it the other way around.
Right.
I'll do the town stuff, and the last 3 days, leave me the fuck alone. I'm sitting down, I'm drinking beer, and resting before I go home.
That thing where you wake up and you're out on the lounge or on the beach at sort of like 9:45, 10 a.m. It's really fresh and everything. And it's the weirdest thing because I don't drink loads at home. I like a booze, but I know how alcoholism must feel to a everyday 365 alcoholic. Because as soon as I'm on that beach, I'm like, oh, come on. 10:15. I mean, it's not even open. They're missing business opportunity. Come on. Like I can't get much past 11 a.m. without having a bev.
You're a bit odd with your food, aren't you? You're a bit picky with your food.
Yeah.
So do you eat like the local stuff? Because
I love meat. grilled meat. So when we're in like any of the sort of, I don't like fish, but I fucking love steak. I love chicken. I'm not even that bothered about lamb really. But when we're away, if there's a grill place and they've got some really nice like chicken options or steak options, I'm happy as Larry. I can go without eating bread. I eat bread way too much in my day-to-day just because it's fucking easy, pizza and whatever. But when I'm abroad, a nice salad, some French fries and meat, oh, mate, that's my favourite.
Yeah, this was the first time I'd ever had, like, a fish. Do you know what I mean?
I sort of do, but I don't eat fish, so I want to take the piss, but
First
probably
time you ever had a fish.
Yeah.
And when they bring it out, and do they cut it in front of you?
No. Well, I've had fish before. This was a fish.
Yeah, just like literally like, what?
Like, it still had its eyes in it. It's looking at me like, go ahead, lads, fucking scram me
Did
back.
you see its arsehole?
What?
Did you see its arsehole?
I wasn't looking for it. But it had the bones in. You have to, like, they're so small. I nearly killed myself like 4 or 5 times. But it's just there, do you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
fucking fish, me.
Yeah.
What he was saying, yeah.
No, but, like, that's what it would say if I could speak.
Yeah, you'd probably say, lad, why am I on a
Fucking
plate?
dead
I don't
fried
want
fish,
to eat any
Go ahead.
creature where I can see the sort of like,
I've never ate
body.
anything where it's obvious what it is when it's alive.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
When you have a fucking steak, there's not a fucking cow looking at you like, go ahead, lad, have a bite of me fucking chin.
Well, I
mate."
always think that's a bit weird. You know when they've got like one of those pigs
Love
and
coaching.
they've like
Yeah.
you know the pig roast and they've literally got the head and they've twatted an apple in its mouth.
Yeah.
It feels disrespectful to the pig.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I want it chopped up and put in packaging. I
'cause
want to
it
be like,
looks like
look at this knobhead. What else can we stick in there?
Yeah, because it just makes the pig look like a kinky slut, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to eat this whore?
Yeah.
Eat this piggy whore?
Yeah. It just looks like it's into like bondage and stuff.
Yeah. Eat me. I love it. Oh.
Yeah.
When you see a hog roast, you think
Yeah, he sees an apple and it's the ball gag.
bondage.
Yeah.
Don't know if to shag it or eat it. Dan looks at the arsehole and knows it's safe though.
Hang on. A little look in there. That's definitely an arsehole, that. Not gonna
Hey.
harmless.
I don't need to look in the arsehole of the creature. Just want to know loosely where it is.
Yeah.
That is true, though, isn't it? It's
No,
unne-
it- no, it
no,
isn't.
no, not that bit. I mean, but it's unnecessarily sexualized to have a pig all like lying out with like a fucking ball gag. Like,
Why is it sexual?
Because it's got like a gag in its mouth.
yeah.
And it's laid in the bumming position. Like a hog roast is ready to be bummed by the right person / other pig. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
It's
Shagging pigs and that. It's fucking she did.
like it's laid there like, go ahead. Go on. Help yourself. And that's why
It
they
is
put
frown-
that's why they put the apple in, 'cause it's too chatty.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up while I'm bumming you. You're going in that incinerator in a minute, you big pig.
Incinerated as well. Incinerate that. Don't eat it.
So just literally a fish on your plate.
Just like
Get on that.
fucking fish, lad.
Looking at you.
But I'm done now.
I could have been a dentist.
Done being a fish.
Yeah, you see the regret in
Have
its
you ever
eyes.
had a fish?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? No.
Like a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
It
you?
is weird. I don't like the eyes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't see the eyes.
You can literally see they're like,
Gateway to the soul, isn't
why
it?
didn't I know what a net was?
Do you know what? This is going to sound mental. The fish looked quite happy.
Right.
It didn't look like too bothered that I was eating it. That did help.
What?
Like it looked like it wanted to wink at me, like
Like the fish.
back on.
You wouldn't eat a fish if it was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'd be like, oh, it didn't want this, but the fish sort of looked like it had fulfilled its destiny.
Sorry, mate, can you take this back, please? I'm not going to eat this. This one, I think, misses its mum. Look at its eyes. Tell me they're not sad eyes. I want one to be that's happy to either be eaten or fucked.
Was it smiling?
What?
Was he smiling?
Sort of. You can't really tell what it's
What
about.
emotion would you say you felt?
Satisfaction.
Oh, she fulfilled.
Yeah, just like I'm meant to be here.
Oh, I'm being eaten by Adam Rowe.
Is that your satisfied face?
That's my satisfied fish.
Post sex. So
That's the.
Carl, got any?
I just don't know whether that's started school.
No, she didn't. Anyway, so about Croatia,
Yeah.
we've held her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did start school yesterday. Uniform job and everything. Fucking. I don't know what it is about having kids that makes you a bit more emotional, but it's it does.
It's love, innit?
Yeah, it's love, yeah. And it's also, that's it. But on a selfish note, it's your own mortality. Because I look different than I did 20 years ago. But in my head, I'm like, still got it, still going, still Dan Nightingale. And then you meet this little person and you go, fuck me, 4 years has gone like that. And all of a sudden they're like, Dad, did you like my uniform? You're like, yeah. So I was holding it together pretty well. A combination of me being an absolute wuss and then taking too many drugs in my 20s and then having kids has made me a little bit more emotional. So Laura's like, are you going to be all right when we all go and drop her up? By the way, this is a primary school that's maybe got 40, 35 kids starting. Not even that. Wow. It was like queuing up to a League Two football fixture. It's like, how many people are here? We had mums, dads, we had grandmas. Like, it was just me, Laura, the baby in the pram, and then Etta. Well, like, someone had brought their grand's next door neighbour for the big fucking send-off. You're like, do you think that's a bit too much pressure? You just don't overplay it, because these kids will literally get that sort of like, this is what we play for. You've got to like tone it down, because if everyone's going, you starting school, they get to the first day of school and shit themselves. So we've been like, yeah, it's fine, you're fine. All your mates are going, you'll nail it. Don't worry about it.
The first day of reception for me, the whole class pooed all over the classroom.
It's built up too much. If you've got all of your family, your cousins, your fucking auntie and uncle, your gran and your gran's next door neighbour going, it's going to be amazing. And at 4 years old, you've got every right to be like, what?
So what I said on my first day of school, so says my mum. I came home, she went, how was it? I was like, oh, it's great, yeah. So I don't have to go again now, do I? Yes. For the 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
See, based on what you're saying there.
Basically what Etta said yesterday. She was like, I have to go back to school. You're like, a lot. Yeah. So buckle up.
If what you're saying is right, and getting them all excited and drilling that into them, maybe when I have kids, I'll just do the opposite. Just be like, you're starting school, don't worry about it. Fucking shite. You're later.
Yeah. I think that might be going too far the other way. Right. A little bit.
Happy medium.
I'm just saying, they're four. They look like little people in their uniforms. They're still babbers. That reception, apparently, there's no like sit in a class. It's just they wander around and play with stuff. And then instead of like going, right, we're going to learn about numbers, they fuck around with things. And the teacher just quietly comes up and goes, oh, how many things are here? And they go, 1, 2, 3. And they're like, oh, yeah, nice one. You're not fucking stupid.
Yeah. Do you reckon the kids ever think the teacher's stupid? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Could you not do that?
Yeah. I'm going to sort yourself out.
Easy, that one.
This is why you're a teacher in primary, by the way, from not secondary.
Coming home from school, Dad, you sure that I should be going to this school because the teacher's a fucking idiot? He's asking me to count like 3 and 4.
Did you have a good first day, Etta? Yeah, the teacher's a moron, but apart from that, the coffee's lovely. One set of parents had got their kid there. To be fair to them, they hadn't got loads of other people. There was this amazing like drop-off thing where you were almost like paratroopers being fucking chucked out of the aeroplane. You were lining up, and then the kids were going in, and then the parents were peeling off. And the one kid cried, and you could literally see why. The kid started crying, and our neighbour's Neil, his mum was there to do the send-off as well, which is fair because they've seen the grandma every day for 4 years. She wants to be there. She lives around the corner, and then the kid started crying. So the parents are like that sort of like nervy type, and they started crying as well. On the drop off for school, they all 3 of them are crying like wind your fucking neck in, mum and dad. I know you think it's important, but like have some control. Oh, she's crying, Brian, she's crying. And I love Neil's mum just went, hey! She's from Newcastle. She went, even the dad's crying, and pointed at him. Everyone's like, shut up, too.
What a shitbag.
Amazing.
I've got an idea for that one.
What?
Him?
What, crying?
Because his kids cannot, you'll see him in fucking 4 hours, the stupid cunt.
There are certain moments where I'm a bit, fucking man up, mate. Am I being a bit like old, like, your kid's fucking upset? What did they, like, oh no, you're crying.
Dropping off at Auschwitz.
What the fuck? No.
Drop them off there, yeah?
No, Carl.
That'd have been a reason to cry, though.
No, that's...
Do I have to come back here tomorrow?
That's a valid point.
This is a one-time trip.
Imagine if the fucking teacher was waiting for, come on, get in. We're not dropping you off at Auschwitz. The guy. Like, yeah.
I think just take emotion out of it completely. On your kid's first day of school, send them with strangers to drop them off so no one gets upset.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
People they've never
And
met.
don't tell them where they're going either.
This could be a government scheme. It could put homeless people back in work.
Oh, I like it.
Homeless people.
Do they just knock on at yours?
Yeah.
If you're having kids with Sam, she'll support it because she's going to let you make a lot of these parenting decisions.
Yeah.
Sam, there's a hobo at the door to take little Vinny to primary school.
Yeah.
It's like,
She'll be in work.
are you Mr. Rowe?
She'll be in work. She
Yeah,
starts
she will.
working.
I've come to drop your little Vinny off at school. Can I have some money for the fucking 20 bag, lad?
I'm like, I think the government pays for this as of the legislation in 2026.
Oh, sorry, it's a government,
Yeah.
a homeless guy takes your kid to school
Scheme.
scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that sounds right. The Tories are really into putting more money into this, so that's, yeah.
I think the Green Party are going to be in charge by then, and they might be more progressively thinking.
All
They
right.
might take my ideas on board.
Okay.
Conservatives will not write back.
Okay, I'd eat less fish because you've turned into a fucking hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could get them back into work. You know, you could do apprenticeship schemes where like young homeless people follow around experienced homeless drop-off kid people.
Yeah. Little Vinny gets put on the back of a suspiciously feminine bike as fucking...
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's very.
But then there's no emotion, is there? They're not gonna cry because mummy and daddy are leaving them. If anything, they'll be fucking made up that they're not with the fucking smelly homeless man anymore. Go ahead, go into school.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Smells lovely. Teacher's got nice teeth. We're sound.
Yeah. Just give them one of the most horrifying 5 minutes commute to schools ever to make them appreciate school.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me it wouldn't work.
I won't. It's brilliant. Crying
Include
at the
threats as
fucking
well.
gates.
What?
Include threats.
Threats.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
To the kids.
Oh, threaten the kids.
Yeah.
You go into school with the homeless man.
Yeah.
Or mummy and daddy will kill everyone you know and love.
And ourselves.
And ourselves. You would assume that they'd be included in everyone they know and love.
Right, yeah.
They know and love.
Like, he's like, yeah.
Dan, if you're struggling in the next couple of weeks, then
Just let me know, yeah.
some ideas that we bounced off the wall there.
Well, we've been looking for childcare options. We just hadn't thought of the homeless community. More fool
No
us.
one does.
More fool us.
Nobody does, Dan.
No, you can't leave them with homeless people in their care. They're quite like, you know, they're people who have a hard time attending to their own lives, never mind children, but they can take them to school.
Cool. Good.
They can't babysit.
I'm glad you can't block me on that one, but we're all allowed to do your commute to school and you're like, yeah, that's a great idea. What about for childcare? Shut up, Dan, that's stupid. Homeless people are really struggling. They can't do childcare. Ugh.
Yeah.
Let's have a break. Let's have a break. You know there's a disturbance in the force when it's me doing an ad read because I don't do this shit normally. But Manscaped have dropped a new ad. It's important. We love these guys. They've supported us, so support them. This ultimate package includes the amazing Lawnmower 4.0. Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming, have done it again. 2 million men worldwide that trust Manscaped with the new Performance Package 4.0 by going to manscaped.com. Use the code WORD20 for 20% off and free shipping. That's specific to the lids to this podcast. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new lawnmower. This trimmer is insane, and I dare say the greatest ball trimmer ever. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also has this amazing LED light, so if you're a maverick and you shave your balls in the dark, you can see where you go. And as I said, the Weed Whacker is amazing. It uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual blade system. You get all of this kit within the Performance Package 4.0. And then seal the deal with Manscaped's liquid formulations. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant for before leaving the house and the Crop Reviver ball toner. Manscaped even throw in 2 free gifts with every Performance Package 4.0. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code WORD20. Treat yourself. Go around the house, see what else you can shave. But shave everything. Carl, can you shave pets? Don't shave you pets' balls. Just use it on yourself. 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com using the code WORD20. Aight?
Like my trackie. You haven't even complimented me on my trackie.
Not asked. Got some questions. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
It was my flight trackie.
You look warm.
Do I?
Flight trackie. That sounded well, Scouse.
Right.
Me fucking flight trackie. You always have a trackie.
You do?
For the flight. Yeah.
What do you fly
I
in?
know. Just comfortable clothes. But that's
Like a trackie?
But no, literally half of our listeners are going to be like, I don't own a tracksuit. Half of our listeners are going to be like,
I don't know. Our listeners, they've all got 8 tracksuits each.
Oh, I think that
including
was
the
an
women.
interjection of his.
yeah. That's what I was going to say. Half of our listeners are going, yeah, of course, flight trackie makes total sense, but it sounded Scouse.
Okay.
Yeah, like
It's a trackie for the flight.
totally.
Yeah.
I've seen
When
it.
you get on the plane, you want to be
Yeah,
comfy. Yeah.
Totally. It's like there's no other comfy clothes apart from tracksuits.
Captain wear them now. The captain wear flight trackies now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
Captain
uniform.
Michael Collision.
Mike Collision and his co-pilot. Hi, my name's Steve. Fuck a building! Got a question from Warren Bond. John Bishop's career. I am supporting John Bishop tonight.
Well, I'm supporting him next week, so.
And it's sat like I did Jason Manford on Tuesday, and I
the
cannot
arse?
believe
Did him? Up the ass?
you are on absolute fire, Ro. Fire.
Where was it done?
It was Shrewsbury on
What day?
It was on a Tuesday. I said Shrewsbury on a Tuesday on stage. I don't know if anyone was a listener. There was 600 people. It really felt like being upgraded to first class comedy-wise. Because I've played the Theatre 7 in Shrewsbury fucking loads and never been out of the Walker studio, which is 250 seats, where Kev Bland runs his gig, and I've compared their lows. It's where my tour show is. And they're like, oh yeah, you're here for a big boy. Okay, here's your little fucking upgrade. And we were in the 630-seater, and it was lovely. And Jason Manford, I've heard a little bit of like grumblings from a few comics, and I don't know if that's just a jealousy that they've not been picked for some of these tour supports that he's doing. But he's jamming in last year's tour and this year's tour into one. Just if you've got a ticket for what got cancelled because of COVID, and you'd bought a ticket for this was going to be a new material sort of work in progress run, and he was like, I'm knackered. I love doing it, but I'm knackered. He was meant to be doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for about 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Just one show a night, Wednesday to Saturday. And because of all those cancellations, he's doing 2 shows a night, something like 30 times on the bounce, and just doing this pretty intense tour. And it's part work in progress. It's part what he's going to be doing on his major tour next year. But he has basically given tour support to a different act for every show. So is it Sarah Keysworth who was the early show? It would be easy to just be like, oh yeah, just get Dan to do that Tuesday. But just as a form of job creation, because he knows everyone's been on their arse gig-wise, he's just given all these tour supports out.
Yeah, him and John Bishop are doing the exact same thing, and they're both doing it via Peter Vincent, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Peter Vincent, for those who don't know, is a long-time listener and supporter of the podcast, and he's one of the best promoters in the country. A couple of great gigs up in the Northeast. Well, more than a couple. So he's booking all these tour supports. So I'm opening for John Bishop in Swansea on Thursday, the 9th of September.
Nice.
Yeah. And do you know why? I picked Swansea? Because I was meant to be at the Cardiff Glee that weekend, but luckily they moved to Birmingham.
Woo! I get to go to Swansea. Luckily, it's only an hour and 10 minutes from Liverpool. I love the fact that they've done this. I think it's super sound. When Sean Locke passed, and we all talked about how you know one of these famous guys is a good guy, is how they treat people. This goes above and beyond, really, doesn't it? To get a different support every time. I don't think Jason Manford wants me supporting him, really, because we are pretty much the same age. We've got young kids, and we started at a similar time. It's not awkward for him. I'm beyond. I haven't got pride to the point where I'm like, mate, I started similar time as him. I'm not supporting him. I supported you a couple of years ago. If there's a good gig, it's not about how long you've been doing it. It's about where you are in the pecking order. And it's almost like that thing about house prices. A house is worth what someone will like pay for it. Well, a comic will do a gig that he's willing to do. Like some comics might go, oh yeah, you've been going the same time as some are mental enough that they'd be like, no, I can't support you because you've not been going as long as me, or I'm not into that. I'm not into any of that.
I've never understood that. If there's a gig that I want to do and it's big enough or like interesting enough or whatever, I'll do it. Like, you just do the gigs you want to do. Then the whole sort of insecure attitude, I've been going longer, so why would I do that? And
Mate, when I supported you on tour, there was 1,200 odd people in that room. It was fucking great fun. It was just for you as well.
Yeah.
Just in terms of a gig, great. It was really good.
I've had someone open for me who's been
Never
going.
let pride become a fucking weird.
I've had someone open for me who has been going longer than me. A friend of ours who sort of made it clear that he didn't need to do it while it was happening.
Right.
And I was like, well, you asked.
Right.
You asked to do. You were like, oh, I'm there. Can I?
He sounds fun.
Yeah, lovely, great guy.
Let's not say his name either.
No.
Hey! You know, from before when we did the...
You don't know because I cut it out.
Great fun. Great fucking fun. This is how sound Jason Manford is. He was like, oh, you're doing a tour here? Because my tour show... It sold amazingly in the first week, and I want to thank everyone who's gone and bought a tour show. It's not till next year, and because of the patrons, because of the listeners of this, we've sold like basically just shy of 1,000 tickets in about 5 days. The venues have been getting in touch with Tony and me going, wow, oh, like, because they were like, no, you can't charge that much for a ticket. Like, they were trying to make me sell tickets for like £7 because like, who's ever heard of him? And all of a sudden, I've done better than people have been on TV. I don't think Shrewsbury is one of our lid strongholds. Like, Manchester and Liverpool.
But I also do think, because our pod fans are, and I mean this in the most affectionate way possible, a lot of you are lunatics, like seriously borderline mentally ill, crazy people. And I think...
In the best way.
And because of the running joke of Shrewsbury on a Tuesday on this podcast, I think you could film your special in Shrewsbury on a 5-night run, and I think they'd all sell out. Because I think people will travel
for the away day
Kent to Shrewsbury.
I've seen a few messages like, yeah, I can't get tickets exactly where I live. I might be up for an away day. Yeah. I think it's so cool. But Shrewsbury's one of those places where I might not sell it out. Liverpool and Manchester are going to sell out pretty fucking soon. So Jason was like, oh, you're doing a tour here next year? He's like, right, wicked. Went on. So he goes on first, which is always friendly as a big main act, because it means he's going, hey, I'll warm you up. Like we've said, it sort of takes the magic of, you've just seen Jason Manford.
Yeah.
He did 10 minutes of really nice stuff about being back in theatres. And then he was like, oh, I've got a support act. I've got a mate every night doing the support. Tonight we've got the brilliant Dan Nightingale, who's doing a tour show here next year. If you enjoy him tonight, you can buy tickets for his tour show. And then he did a 5, 6, 7 minute story about him supporting people on tour. I've never seen a more generous, famous person setting it up for it was unbelievable. At the side going, I mean, me and Manford have known each other years. We've never been like mates. I don't think I've ever had his number. Yeah. We've always been sound, always got on, always been matey like that, and mates with his brother Colin. But I've never been like, I've got you. I think that's the line. Not like, oh yeah, they're a mate. Have you got their telephone number?
Do you know why I've got his number? Because he needed me to go and play 5-a-side once.
I take it though.
Yeah.
Because that number has helped get him on, and he's coming on in the future.
He is booked in the future, yeah.
We battered them as well.
He literally made it like, this whole first section's about Dan, and actually mentioned, I've walked on and they were like, yes! This guy! Woo! It felt like going out in front of like our podcast listeners because Manford had just played. So I absolutely put my foot through it, did some new stuff, did some old stuff that feels new, and then went to, I'm doing the tour show here next year, and it got a fucking round of applause. Sold a bunch of tickets that night. Mate, Manford, so fucking sound.
But this is about John Bishop.
But this question is about John Bishop. What is your thoughts on how John Bishop's career took off in such a big way after being on the circuit for so many years? Dan particularly, is it something you'd hope to replicate? Myself and the missus listen to every episode. Keep up the good work, from Woz and Kate. So, if you don't know, John Bishop was not one of those ones who just came from nowhere and got famous. He was on the circuit for a while, and then it sort of booted off. Yeah. The other person I always think about with this is Mickey Flanagan, who was a circuit act for quite a while. It was like one of the big dog Comedy Store headliners, and then it really happened in a big way. And I love it when people have gone, oh, Dan, you've been doing it for a while, and maybe that could, but there are so few of those guys. There is almost more people who get the sort of traction early and get like the big agents going for them.
but
those guys who are 10, 12, 15-year veterans who then become famous, that's quite a narrow corridor.
Yeah, but they always end up bigger. Like, we've had, like, for example, people on this couch like Sean Walsh, who was put on telly when he was 22. And I think if you, I can't speak for him, but I imagine if you speak to Sean now, he'll tell you he would have rather waited a little bit.
Well, to get the back catalogue stronger, to get experience.
Yeah, and Sean's an anomaly because Sean's ability to turn over top-level stand-up routines and deliver them with, like, vim is just unbelievable. He's one of the most talented comics in the country. But, like, I think a lot of people, and I think this is actually one of the big problems with TV comedy and why it's not as good anymore, is it's all about young, new acts. Mock the Week has got a couple of veterans on it, or maybe 3. And then everyone else is a few years into doing comedy. Oh, yeah. And because they're only on with each other, if you're into that show and you like it, we've slagged certain shows off on this podcast before. I'm not saying they're shit. They're not shit. They're good. We know that you've got to jump through heaps, even as a new act. And, you know, obviously there's a huge push in TV for diversity and more female comics and more comics who are from different ethnic backgrounds and basically aren't just straight white men. They've still got to be, you know, the best in their category in terms of how TV look at them. I'm not saying that, but that's certainly how it feels to these people that the industry are looking at them. You tick this box, so we'll book you. They've still got to be the best of that group, so they are good to get on the TV. But they're never going to be as good as if you put a certified 15-year veteran. And that's why Mickey Flanagan did 2 or 3 episodes of Mock the Week, was the best on it. I was like, I don't need to do that anymore because I'm filling arenas because he's so good on it. He's so good on Live at the Apollo. He's so good on Michael McIntyre's Roadshow. There's a few prodigious talents who get on early and fly. Manford and Kevin Bridges are the only 2 that I can really think of.
Well, look at Helen Bauer, who was on last week. She's got TV early for her years because you sit her on a couch. I imagine she's the same on a panel show. And it's mental. It's watching it so fun. One of my favourite episodes recently, she made me properly laugh.
Yeah.
And Laura watched the episode and was like, there's a few points where Laura knows me and knows when I'm like having fun within the pod laughing. And then, laughing. She can tell when I'm really losing it.
Yeah.
And I think that those panel shows are pretty intense, but they suit a certain style, don't they? And certain characters can do. Do you remember Joey Page?
Yeah.
I've seen him on fucking Nevermind the Buzzcocks, and he looked great. I'd gig with him, and he didn't have 15 minutes. Yeah. It looked like he didn't know how to do stand-up. If the point where he got Buzzcocks, if you'd have put me on Buzzcocks, I would have looked ordinary as piss. Yeah. Because he was such a weird character, and his personality, which was a little bit like sort of almost like not the hipster, but like he'd been pulled out of like the late 1960s. And all of a sudden he was like an old man in a young man's body with fucking winkle pickers on. And then we'd go to a gig and I'd hoof it and he'd look unusual and like he'd not worked it out.
Yeah, but like I really like Joey. But like
this is early on, by the way.
Yeah, but he's quirky on the telly and he's good and he does come across well.
Quirky's
but like word. If you put the Joey Page you're talking about and you both on Would I Lie to You? You are going to be better at that. Joey's brilliant. He was young when he got those opportunities, and he was. When I'm saying young, I don't mean in age. I'm talking comedy age, and it's happening more and more and more and more and more. And
they haven't got the tour show. They haven't got the DVD in them.
No, they haven't always got a serviceable club set. There's people who've done multiple panel show appearances right now who I wouldn't give 200 quid to come and do that Runcorn gig. Because they can't do 20 minutes. And even if you put them in the middle, if the opening act is you and the closing act is Phil Nickel and you put Johnny, I've got 10 minutes in the middle, but I'm quirky enough to be on the telly, they just look insane.
Yeah.
So, and what's happening is they're getting these touring followings from doing these shows, and then they're going on, and I'm talking to some comics, they're like, oh, my tour's been quite tough. It's like, You've got an Edinburgh show. It's not a tour show.
Oh yeah, and Edinburgh is a long show, but there's basically a crowd that are like, yeah, it's fine. We'll just listen to this bit that wanders off and goes nowhere.
Yeah,
it's fine. We'll let you do that. They're not going to let you do that on a tour show in Swansea.
No,
like, mate, I've paid 15 quid, dickhead.
Yeah, and for me babysitter, and for the meal I've just had with my missus, and for the car park, and like it's not 15 quid, is it? It's 200 quid.
I mean, it's back to the thing is, it's amazing. If you make it, you make it. The reality is, those guys who go a long way, there is quite a big sort of, there's a trap, isn't there? There's almost like the quicksand of being a white, middle-aged dad comic on the circuit. And then to get out of that, to look brilliant, to look different, it's very easy to just get, because John Bishop and Mickey Flanagan were brilliant, but there are also a lot of white British straight blokes in their late 30s, early 40s who are good at stand-up. It's very quick to just sort of get tarred with the, oh, you're just a circuit comic brush.
Yeah, but when was the last time one of them got that break? It was John Bishop and Mickey Flanagan. So as much as we talk about diversity on the telly, this doesn't benefit me in any way because I'm in a fortunate position. I'm still in my 20s, so I'm getting a couple of TV breaks because I'm young, and as part of the diversity push now, they're talking about regional accents. So like agents are going to these big production companies and going, it's all right having a black girl, an Asian man, and a white girl who happens to be gay all on your panel and calling that diversity. But if they all went to the same school, where's the educational diversity? If they've all got the same accent, where's the accent diversity?
Oh yes, working class Scouse is a fucking minority.
But it is. That is actually what's happening. Like, I'm being pushed for stuff under he's a regional voice. He still lives in Liverpool. Like, he's a young working class lad. Because it all comes full circle, and it's just a fact. It's the state of the way the game has gone. People are trying to push their clients. It's my agent's job and every other agent's job to push their clients and get them as much good work as they possibly can. And because of the big thing with these jobs at the minute is diversity, more diverse. Let's hear different voices.
You're now diversity.
Yeah, but it'll come to something else. And I guarantee
they'll be like, we haven't got enough racists on this panel show. That's where Dan Nightingale comes in. I'll do. I can be that guy. We're so underrepresented in comedy, us racists.
But they are. No.
Homophobes. Hello. Anti-Semite. Hey.
I love the way you did a voice for each one there.
Hey, I'm an anti-Semite. What are you doing here?
There aren't, honestly, where are the paedophile comedians? Where are they on the panel shows? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Where are they?
I'm just saying. I could fill a gap.
And you want us to try and stop the non-shows, yeah? We're trying to curb that.
Well, we can have one occasionally, can't we?
Well, I guarantee you, in a year, 2 years,
there's going to be a paedophile on the Apollo.
There's going to be a paedophile on the Apollo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because they had Pride at the Apollo recently.
They did, yeah.
Where's the whole pedo week?
Pedo week?
Like Shark Week?
Like Shark Week?
Like pedo sharks.
That's more scary than a tiger
scary.
shark.
That's more scary. That's dead scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Pedo tigers, that's probably even scarier.
Do they shag children sharks?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Children
a pedo shark just bums baby sharks.
Mate,
you'll never be able to see baby shark. Oh, come here, daddy, can we have baby shark on? Oh, too many victims.
Pedo shark, pedo shark,
pedo shark, pedo shark. Nancy shark.
No, there's your teaser.
Yep, and literally what was going through my head as I was doing it.
Controversial cancellations.
What I was about to say to you is, in a year or two, genuinely, I guarantee you there will be a diversity push for club comics, for white, middle-aged comics. I'm telling you, it'll be the next one. Because, like, when was the last time they plucked a straight white male comic from the circuit and went, he's worked his ass off for a decade, 2 decades. They did it with Bishop, Michael McIntyre, Flanagan. Even Sarah Millican proper put the yards in before she was on telly and stuff.
Yeah.
Has Mick Ferry done telly? I thought it was meant to be around.
He's done bits.
Oh, Mick Ferry got early, big big telly, and then it just didn't work out.
Right.
McIntyre's Roadshow he did.
Oh, did he?
And a couple of comedy stores.
With a lineup of,
Killers.
like, yeah.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Hughes,
Yeah.
Milliken, John Bishop, and Manford, I think was that episode, was it?
Yeah.
It was there were names like that. That was a fucking kingmaker, that Michael McIntyre's Roadshow.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I remember it being...
Like, if you hoof that into the floor, not that Mick did, but like, there are people on it who are like, oh, it's such a big chance. It can't happen for everyone.
Yeah. It was that and the Apollo at the time on it, and one led to the other. If you smashed one, you were on the next series to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Royal Variety after that.
Yeah.
And then Pedo Week.
And Pedo Week.
He thought it was the
Week
pinnacle, innit?
massive.
Yeah. That was massive. Back then.
One
They're all
day.
dead now. So
One day.
Pedo
it's
is
just
a-
pedo hour now, because not enough to fill a week.
God, you're just going for the pedo clips, really, aren't you?
still on the
love-
BBC.
Oh, yeah. It's got a history for it. Controversial cancellations from IndieClone. Highlights, Sheffield City Hall and other venues have recently cancelled shows by Roy Chubby Brown due to complaints by people who obviously wouldn't have gone to see the show in the first place. Is it ever right to cancel a gig due to public favour, or should venues stick to their guns? So I didn't know anything about this, but Roy Chubby Brown's been basically blacklisted from...
Ironically.
Yeah.
Whitelisted.
It's literally no need for the add-on. Following
It really wasn't, was
no,
it?
it was
Obviously.
I know, but what have we learned about your little sarcastic add-ons?
What?
They're really upsetting for a lot.
Do you know
of
what that
people.
was? Do you know when Ronaldo chips the keeper, and then the fella comes in and
Nanny.
heads it in on the
Nanny,
line,
isn't it?
and he's
Yeah.
offside?
Yeah.
So Sheffield Online says, following complaints raised by a number of residents in Sheffield and beyond, Sheffield City Trust has decided to remove Roy Chubby Brown shows from the City Hall's programme of events. The show was initially scheduled for early next year after it was rescheduled because of the pandemic. The decision to pull the show follows other towns and cities who have banned Brown from performing in the past. Where do you stand on
Gotta
this?
be very careful not to pluralise his last name there, haven't they? No typos allowed.
Where do we stand on this? Because
Roy
I
Chubby
feel like
White.
we're going over. I say this a lot. Racism is obviously wrong. It's it's abhorrently wrong, right? Obviously, but where does freedom of speech come into it? Where does that whole thing of like, where are we drawing the line of like, this is unacceptable now and this has to be banned? And does that just like weirdly radicalize the extremist to be like, yeah, we're underground, man, we're not allowed? Like, does it almost like,
If it's tickets behind closed doors, then I don't see why it would be. If it's on like prime time BBC,
No, it's a much more complicated issue than that, isn't it? Because it's something that I sort of have to sort of weigh it up with the type of humour you do. It goes back to that clip which we've mentioned recently, actually, about where we pissed the racists off online. I did a joke that night at that tour show in Bridgewater, and a guy thought I was on his side because of what I said.
about the Black James Bond?
Yeah, right? So
He'd missed the point.
he'd missed the point. But then there's people who argue it's the comic's responsibility to get their point across. It's not his responsibility to make sure he's taking the right point from it. And I don't necessarily agree with those people, but I also think that they've got a decent argument that I'm happy to argue with. And here's a prime example of he will say genuinely racist stuff on stage under the guise of, I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I am asylum seeker. He had a song called I Am Asylum Seeker.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like,
Racism to song. It's catchy.
it's always better. It's always better to sing your racism.
Do, 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 do.
It's complicated because he should have the right to freedom of speech. But then does freedom of speech, does that mean you're allowed to incite hatred? And are these jokes inciting hatred? Can a joke even inherently incite hatred if it's meant to be taken as a joke? It goes back to what you will say on stage and what you won't. You wouldn't say the stuff on stage that Roy Chubby Brown was. I wouldn't. Freddie Quinn won't. But he thinks he's got the right to do it. I've spoke to Freddie about this sort of thing before. Freddie's argument is, if it's a joke, it's a joke. My argument is, if it's a joke, you should be able to defend it. And I don't think he can.
But it's that grey area of what is a joke, because you could get some, like Roy Chubby Brown is fucking milquetoast compared to some of the, like there will be that we probably don't know about an underground circuit of like places where pretty extreme like racist comics will get some work. I know I'm maybe making this sound like made up, but
I've seen the posters for it at the Birmingham Glade.
The Birmingham
Wednesdays. Yeah.
It's racist night.
It's
Urban night Wednesday. Racist night Sunday. Never to be mixed up. I genuinely think there will be some sort of like, there'll be places like EDL meetings and all of this fucking undercurrent of like extremist, nationalist, horrible shit where they book a turn and they're like, yeah, no, he's got the mainstream set that he does, but if you ask him, he'll do the fucking really extreme set. Yeah. Is that allowed? Because what? Because everyone in the room goes, it's a joke. At what point is it not a joke? When is it just like fucking racial hatred? That's a difficult one, because anyone could get to the end of their thing that most people find disgusting and go, I was just joking. Yeah. So that's the line. It's not a defend all, is it? Just going, oh, it's a joke.
No, it isn't, and that's why it's more complicated and that's where me and Freddie, for example, differ on what we'll do on stage.
So what's Freddie's point? He can say anything because it's a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
Freddie will say anything on stage that he thinks is funny.
Right.
I don't think he'd go as far as doing the jokes Roy Chubby Brown does, because he hasn't so far. But that is Freddie's opinion on comedy. If I think it's funny, I'll say it, regardless of the connotations of it. There's things I say in WhatsApp groups that I would never say on stage, because there's things you can say in front of your audience of podcast listeners.
Oh, there's jokes we make in the last 20 minutes that I would never say on stage, because I get everyone who goes, oh, we know these guys. We've got the context of these guys.
Yeah. But at the same time, his audience would argue the same thing. His audience would go, well, I know he's not a racist. It's so complicated an issue, and it gets asked a lot of comedians, to the point it gets sort of tedious in the end. What can you say? What can't you say? What can't you say? Everyone's got their own line. And when I say everyone, I mean literally everyone. So if you're performing in a comedy club and there's 200 people there, there's 200 lines of acceptability in that room. Because even in a couple, your partner's got a different line of what they find funny to you, and what they find, you can't say that.
We're finding that line all the time. But this is a question about venues. Yeah. So this isn't about what comics can or are willing to say. This is about, where does it come in that a venue goes, and now we are saying that this is too far and this is not allowed?
I think once the show was booked in, the show should have gone ahead.
Right.
But I think the venue should have every right to reject the show. I can say, for example, if I own a venue and someone's done jokes that is over my line, I can go, you're not playing my fucking venue, go fuck yourself. It's my venue.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Roy Chubby Brown this isn't just a career turn and he's just become this guy. He's been doing it for a while. So when they booked it in, they knew who they were
Sheffield
booking.
City, all that. Lads, come have a meeting. He's been playing here for 35 years, but I'm starting to think this Roy Chubby Brown fella might be a little bit close to bone. Yeah. What do you reckon? Yeah.
They knew what they were booking.
It's just self-preservation though, isn't it?
What?
It's just self-preservation.
Yeah. Times are changing to the point where even in Sheffield they're like, this isn't on anymore. Because let's be honest, Roy Chubby Brown might have never sold tickets in a art centre in Sevenoaks or whatever, but there are places that wouldn't have had him fucking years ago for the exact same thing that Adam's just said. If you own a venue, you have a right as a promoter to go, I don't like you as an act, and as a venue to be like, I don't want you booking my room because I don't really agree with some of the shit that you say.
Yeah.
And now Sheffield, which I think has probably been it's a northern working class city, it's quite cultured in places. Sheffield's got a great sort of art scene and music scene, but now they've gone, this is just, times have changed to the point where we don't want to deal with you. Because he is a dying breed in Chubby Brown.
Was it cancelled? Because this whole sort of mob mentality of the loudest people get what they want, I think is fucking insane. If that show was booked in and people are buying tickets, they knew the act they were booking. Just because a few people have written an email or tweeted about it or whatever they've done, I don't think you can cancel the show.
Yeah, and it's not, as you say, it's not a surprise. It's not going, oh shit, yeah, we didn't know he said that.
I think what's happened is
it?
these shows were in during pandemic. They've been cancelled because of that, and now they're not being put back on. Really, it's a technicality.
Again, I would say
it's
okay then.
Because even if you say, all right, we're going to let this run of shows go on, if Roy Chubby Brown comes back next year and tries to put a show in and you go, no, the end result is the same.
Yeah.
He
could have a change of owner.
He's not welcome at City Hall.
Yeah, but that's been long enough time. They're reprogramming. That's not rescheduling. It's been so long now. You're reprogramming the show.
Of course. And what we don't often see is someone is the sort of arts director or booking director. And it's after a guy could have been working there for 25 years. He does the numbers.
It could be a gay Indian man who's gone, fuck him.
How would he have said it?
Why is he Scouse?
What?
How would he have said it?
Indian heritage. Grew up in Liverpool. Loves a bit of dick.
Oh, that's disappointing.
What's his name?
Oh, okay.
An Indian.
What's his name?
Indian from Canny Farm.
Name?
Welcome to Sheffield. Barry Singh.
He's got a learning disability. Okay, Barry.
And he books
E-books.
the Sheffield.
The Sheffield City Hall.
Yeah.
He might do. I'm not saying he does.
He doesn't.
It's possible.
It's not Barry
Singh. Barry Singh, the Scouse cocksucker, might be the new art director.
As soon as homosexuality gets mentioned, dicks are like centimetres away.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all straight people are like, funny! Ah! Fucking Dave, straight Dave.
No, I think gay people are more obsessed with dicks than straight people are with funny.
Look, if you can hear the typing, Carl's just Googling that.
What's it called?
Can we go and see Roy Chubby Brown, please? I want to see him. I want to see him live. I want to see that knobhead who does the Peter Kay tribute act. I want to see what that is. Just for my own...
I'll go and see that.
Right.
Because it'll help me write my routine. I don't want to go and see him. I can't be asked. I'll just hate it.
I know, but
I'll
I
just
just sort of want to know.
No,
like,
I tell you what. Do you know if he's ever doing like 5 at hot water? I'll go down. I'll watch 5. I'm not spending a whole night building around watching him do 2 hours.
76.
What?
76 he is.
Tony, who's doing my tour, works at Blackburn Theatre, and she's like, "Oh, we could sell it, but we've chosen not to for a while."
Yeah.
Like there are still places going on. Is there not a part of you, Carl, because you're a massive comedy fan?
Yes.
In a weird, just to see that, and don't think by me saying this, what I'm saying is I support it. I am what we've said about the freedom of, like, I find that really an uncomfortable thing to be like, because we deem ourselves on what I perceive as the left of like, this is wrong, this is morally reprehensible, shut it down. Like when a comedian got Greg Cook banned because he'd come out and said at one point, I was in the EDL, a more well-known headliner from an ethnic minority got his work cancelled at that comedy club, which on the face of it, you're like, right, yeah, he's part of an anti-Muslim sort of extremist group. But what right do you have to then cancel all their work? It doesn't engage the problem. It just sort of, I think, makes it more militant.
Yeah, pushes it into the wrong way.
If you disagree with someone and they're wrong, debate them. Like, take them on and try and
Educate.
change their mind.
Yeah,
Don't just take their word.
Yeah, but I've spoke to friends about this sort of thing, and we spoke about this on an episode of Quote as Full, which is the old podcast that Kay Caird used to run, which was, there's a lot of ethnic minorities who were the lead guests on that. It was Kay's podcast.
That's allowed.
He had regulars, and then, he had the odd sort of guest, which I would be with if I was in London. And ethnic minorities are sick of debating with racists. So that's their argument on it is, he's racist, he hates me because of the colour of my skin and where my family are from. Fuck him. I don't care if he loses his work. Why should I have to defend who I am as a human just because, like, that's how the world works? It's such a complicated subject. And what's going to happen is, people are still going to... Anyone who's upset by someone's work or behaviour or whatever, they're just going to get louder and louder on Twitter. This is going to keep happening. And the racists, as you say, are going to get more and more marginalised. It'll get worse and worse, and eventually it'll get better. And there's no answer to it, because things are already too bad. There's some awful, horrible, racist people who think abhorrent things, there's a lot of people who will go, they should have a right to work. And I see that point, but I also rarely see the point from friends of mine who've suffered racism, which we never have, of why am I debating with this?
Stomp it out.
Yeah.
Just stomp it
fuck
out.
him.
It's wrong. Stomp it out. Yeah.
He hates me because I'm Asian. I hate him because he hates me. So fuck him.
And that's the problem, isn't it? Because then Greg Cook, who's passed, would say, I'm not racist.
Yeah.
I'm not racist. I was a part of a group that is specifically aimed at fighting the spread of Sharia law in this country. So he'd go, I'm not racist.
Yeah.
And then it gets so far down that rabbit hole because his set had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
His set wasn't that. And I genuinely, I'm totally agree. And I'm on the right side of it. But I also, it just makes me uncomfortable that we can go, shut him down, take his work.
Of course it does.
Because what if the tables turned in 50 years?
And it will. Because the line of acceptability is changing on an almost day-to-day basis, not even generationally anymore. And in 10 years' time, like, there's something that we won't even know will be, like, dreadlocks are offensive now if you're not black. You're seen as culturally
They're
appropriate.
offensive to me.
And do you know what I mean? Like, there could be, there's no limit to what it could be.
The Canada flag, they could start a war, and you're like, on your dead, on your hat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like-
you wore Canada flags back before they were the
That's
racist. Yeah, Roy Chubby Brown said, in these strange times of snowflakes and political correctness, I am no longer welcome.
They can't help but use the snowflake. Go on.
He said, why now? Why now? Why am I unsuitable after 30 years at the City Hall? If you don't like me, don't come and watch. The City Hall said, we don't believe this show reflects the Sheffield City Trust values and an ambition for leisure and entertainment in Sheffield. If you've had a ticket, you get a refund. Yeah, they've just changed the man.
They're both right, they're both wrong, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's the answer.
Yeah, it's we discuss things on the podcast though. So if we just did that too quick,
Yeah.
you were right. You know,
Yeah.
we can't resolve it.
Neither-
I would say though, if we started the Have a Word comedy club, I wouldn't have him on.
No, neither would I.
I'm not putting so even though I'm there going, oh, it's been uncomfortable, isn't it? The whole like freedom of speech. I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't want to put my name on it.
Yeah, and this is why people on the internet are arguing with each other all the time, because people take absolute points of view. So people take no, it's a joke, you can say anything. And there's people who say, no, if you say anything that's offensive, then it's offensive and you shouldn't be allowed to say it. And the answer is, you're all idiots. You're all stupid. And the answer's always in the middle. You dance on the line. That's what comedians should do. You should dance on the line. If you step over it, I'll try and make sure I'm on the line next time.
Just don't camp on the other side of the line.
Which is what he's been doing for 30 years. And that for me is just...
Shout out to the guy in the pub on Saturday night, last Saturday, who got into the rights and wrongs of Sharia law way too quickly. Yeah, we were out with my neighbour, a guy he went to school with. We were talking about going to watch Wales games. Really quickly became just sort of him talking about the threat of Sharia law. And you're like... It was so. It's like, oh no, people don't like talking about this stuff. I was like, I'll talk about it if you want. I mean, you've brought it up twice, but you feel like going, motherfucker, you live in Chester. It's the whitest place ever. He's like, you've got a Sharia law's a worry, mate. In Cheshire, I don't think it's the biggest of threats. Oh, it's so funny how they go for Sharia law. Like, it's a massive, massive problem, mate. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Do you know what Roy Chubby Brown should do so that everyone knows he's... You know, because when you talk about subjects like this, it's very easy to be sort of... You know, I can never remember what I've just said, even as soon as it's come out of my mouth. I might have said something really wrong in that discussion we've just had. And if he had, like, an Asian support act, like, people might be more forgiving. So I think in the second half of today's episode, we should get an Asian in.
Get one of them on.
Get an Asian in.
Nice.
Make sure people think we're sound.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's happening, guys? Just before we start this week's episode, I want to let you know, if you love this podcast and you want more of it, you can get an extra episode every single week exclusively on patreon.com/haveawordpod. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a way for you to financially support this podcast whilst also getting some benefits for yourself in return. You can sign up for £3 a month, £5 a month, £10 a month, and obviously the more money you give, the more benefits you get. But even if you just sign up for that £3 a month, which is the price of a fancy coffee or a pint in a shit boozer, you get an extra episode every single week, exclusive. No one else gets to see it apart from the Patreons. And you also get 24 to 48 hours early access to the public episodes as well. That's what you get. And on top of all of that, you get access to the entire back catalogue of the Patreon episodes. We've been doing that for like a year now. There's loads of content there. There's also the 2 lockdown lock-ins we did in this room where we got dead drunk. They only go on Patreon. The ones we do in the future of them will only go on Patreon. If you support us, you get shitloads of content for us, and you can only get it at patreon.com/haveawordpod. Go sign up now. Pause it here, sign up, and then come back to this episode. It's going to be a belter.
The fuck was that?
Just gotta wait till it turns off.
Gotta wait till it turns off to shut the lid.
Yeah,
do you leave
otherwise
it
the
plugged
battery
in?
just keeps doing this thing where it runs out of battery. But I'm glad we did this little discussion on here. On here.
Do you leave
Ladies
it
and
plugged in at home
What?
at all times?
What?
Do you leave your laptop plugged in at all times?
No.
Oh, I hate people who do that.
No, try and...
Yeah.
Eshaan's here! This is too early to podcast. We should avoid the 9 a.m. starts. Like, due to plug it in. No. Good. Good. That's bad for the battery. I agree.
It's so early now. It's what, 11:45? About 15 minutes ago, I couldn't tell Finn and Steve apart.
And Steve isn't here.
Where the fuck is Steve?
He's working.
Oh, fair enough.
We haven't given enough hours for him to leave his job yet.
We need to sort that out. Once again, another chat we could have had off. How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
I'm good,
Good
man.
to see you, cuz. You look good, bro.
Thank you, man. It's nice to see you guys again after that amazing live show. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Show stealing motherfucker. Ice cream, ice cream.
Well, actually, speaking of which,
We need to get some merch made with
some
you
more
on
ice
a
cream?
rickshaw.
no, I haven't got any ice cream.
Did you think he was pulling an ice cream out of his pocket then?
You imagine that?
Yeah, an ice
But
cream.
I got some very nice voicemails from old Dan Nightingale yesterday, where it seems to me like he's grooming his son to be
Bengali?
basically. Let's have a listen.
You know,
Should we have a
Etta,
listen?
you know, it's Etta. She's
Was it Etta?
yeah, that was Etta. My
Okay.
4-month-old isn't leaving you WhatsApp
right.
voice notes.
Etta, right. Let's have a listen to Etta
Oh fucking!
saying my name, shall we?
Eshaan. No, listen. Do it properly. Eshaan Akbar.
She rolls the R though.
Can I just say she does it better than Adam? That's not a bad. At least she's trying for a bit of Eshaan Akbar. I mean, it does like.
It's not right for us to do it that way, though, is it?
No, Eshaan Akbar.
Eshaan Akbar.
Yeah, but I can't do that because it looks. I can't walk into like a somewhere with you and go, "This is me mate Carl. This is me mate Dan. This is Finn or Steve, depending on how tired you are. And this is Eshaan Akbar." You can't do that because it looks like I'm taking the piss. Saying it right makes it look like you're being racist.
The Scouse accent doesn't lend itself to certain
You say
names.
Eshaan though.
Akbar.
Just Eshaan.
It's not Eshaan.
Eshaan.
We had this conversation last time you were on.
We did.
Oh, we can't do it every time
can't
you're
every
on,
time.
for fuck's sake.
Eshaan.
You took
Whatever
too
you
long
want
to
to
correct
suggest.
me.
I've got a question. Did you bring your imam to the live show?
Okay, I've heard about this.
Are we allowed to say it?
Yeah, of course you are.
Your cousin Imran.
He's not my cousin. Imran is not. Imran is not related to me. Imran is just another Asian guy.
Oh no, it's another mispronunciation.
Right.
Not Imran. Imran.
I didn't even say Imran, did I? Imran.
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 He's doing 2 A's.
Anyway, so he's my best mate,
Yeah.
and he's a big fan of Liverpool Football Club and a big fan of the pod.
Oh, shout
Shout
out.
out Imran.
Imran.
And he,
Came to watch my show in Edinburgh. Nice guy.
Good guy.
he recently is divorced.
Okay.
Recently divorced, and he's been living in my living room for the last 5
Oh,
months.
hang on, let me start a sad story again. Louder. Fucking hell. Go on.
And that has been challenging.
Okay. Yeah.
And so when he came to the live show,
He wanted to smash some puss.
basically he ended up shagging someone.
A £10 patron's missus. No,
Sister.
sister.
Fucking hell,
Whoa,
can you
dear.
imagine?
Yeah. Where are me signed posters?
Yeah.
Where's your wife?
Where's your... yeah, so he ended up sleeping with...
Someone's
Someone's
sister. Yeah.
and
They then emailed in instantly
And said,
the next day.
Eshaan's brother, Imran.
But I read it quickly and read
and you thought...
Eshaan's imam.
imam shagged my.
Can you imagine my imam turning up to the live show? Allahu Akbar, ice cream, ice cream.
Hey,
I just love the thought of your imam going, so what do you do? And you're like, I'm a comedian. He's like, I'd love to come to one of your shows.
Yeah.
Any that you think would be a good one to come to. I think the crowd
You're gonna
surfing
love
Buckfast
this.
party in
Yeah.
Liverpool.
it literally said, after the live show, we all went drinking. Carl read it as, with Eshaan's imam. Like, he's like, do you know what? When I'm not in the
he's just
mosque,
a cool one.
I really let my hair down.
Yeah, yeah.
I smash sisters, I get hammered, and then, not on a Friday. I'm an
Yeah.
imam.
I'm converting them out of Islam, basically. I'm going around
Yeah.
unconverting Muslims.
So, good on you, Imran. Good
You
on
stand
you.
in Leicester Square opposite that fella giving free Qurans.
Yeah.
You're just giving out free bacon butties and shots of
Bacon
sambuca.
butted and shots.
Does someone give out free Qurans, yeah?
What?
Someone give out free.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few of them.
Mad.
Walking around.
So they're like, take one, read it, and, change your life, become Muslim.
Welcome.
Is it in English?
What?
Is it in English?
Yeah.
I think they have an English one and a French one.
Can you imagine handing out Arabic ones to all these tourists going, gonna have to learn it then, aren't you? Just gonna have to Duolingo.
Yeah. Because you left Islam when you were a bit younger.
Yeah.
Do you still have a Quran in your house?
I've got 5.
5.
One in each room.
Well,
Do you have
basically,
do you have like a
Or is it like,
a
is it like
waterproof one
Harry
in the
Potter
bathroom?
where like...
Funny that. Oh my god.
Sorry.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Is it like Harry Potter?
That was really funny. That was funny, that. No, and it'll never be said now.
I know.
That's supposed to be really funny then. And I'm not laughed.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Doesn't matter.
No,
It's
because
gone.
your
It's
face
gone.
has changed.
No, but it's sometimes that happens. There's a little gap. One of us sees the gap, and
Yeah.
Adam's like, "No, I need to ask you this question."
Right.
I saw a gap for the funny, and now it's been
Can you
accidentally,
tell me what it was related to?
accidentally trampled on, and it's fine.
What was it
say it.
related to?
Don't want to.
He said, "Do you have a waterproof one in your bathroom?"
I said, "You said I've got 5 Qurans." I was like, one in each room.
Yeah.
Just going for the waterproof one, but it didn't work.
Okay.
It got trampled
That
on.
does work.
And what's made it more AIDS is this. 100%.
I think
This has been
I think the Harry Potter thing I was gonna say
waterproof
was gonna be
AIDS. And that as well. That was AIDS as well. These are AIDS.
In every room except the bathroom.
But are they all the same one?
Yeah.
All the
basically.
same? Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it written in Arabic or
Written
English?
in Arabic, yeah. And I've got 2 English ones.
Yeah. When you can't be asked.
Why one in every room? Is that part of the deal?
No, it's
No,
just
just got 5.
that's just culturally just what my family decided to do.
Hmm.
And you have to put it in the highest possible place in the room. But it is awkward because sometimes you might catch a glimpse of it when you're having sex or wanking. And then you're a bit like, there's a passage in there which forbids me from doing this. But there's also another passage in there which is like, go ahead, have a nice
Yeah.
time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know I don't feel comfortable doing the Quran wank bit? That in my head, like before we were all like, oh, is there a waterproof one? And we're all trampling over each other. And now there's loads of silence.
All of you just
Me and
like,
Adam are like, well, do you want to do the funnies?
I'm not blocking any runs here, mate. No, I'm not doing that again.
you can hear, in their brains, you can just hear them go, beep.
All of a sudden, we're very open. Anyone? Hey, Steve, do you want to do a bit? Come on, Steve. Now's
Actually,
your
I'm so
time.
sorry about that, Finn. Anyway.
Does it stay there forever? Do you get it down and read it?
Yeah, you take it down and read it, but you just, yeah.
So you don't have to read it up there.
You get a ladder
top of
and
the-
just hope
Top of the wardrobe.
that God doesn't punish you as you're reading it and just you slam down onto the floor. No.
What's the last line? Is it like, and they all had a decent
The
time?
last line is an acknowledgement, thanking all the people that helped. God, I don't know what the last line is. Can't remember.
Like, and they all woke up or something?
Don't be a cunt. I don't know. Something like
I
that.
hope so.
Don't be a cunt. And a kiss.
That's been interpreted differently, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, can you believe it? So, Afghanistan, heard of it, right? Lots of stuff going on. ISIS K is who they're called.
ISIS K.
ISIS K. They think the Taliban are too moderate.
Right.
So there's like a debate raging right now in Afghanistan because the Taliban are like, we can't let ISIS-K come in because they're gonna fuck shit up.
I thought we sorted Afghanistan out.
There's been an update on that.
There's been an update.
Everyone just missed the man.
Yeah.
I've been in Croatia.
You've been away, lad.
Yeah,
You missed it.
yeah. Everyone was like, "Ah, God, I really miss roasties," so we're going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone up to the left.
ISIS think the Taliban are too moderate.
Yes.
Well, Taliban actually run countries, don't they?
They're a
ISIS
government, yeah.
don't do that.
No.
ISIS are like,
They want to, and
Yeah.
they did for a bit in a place called Levant, which is kind of in between Iraq, Syria.
And they play in La Liga.
Levante, yes, they do. Very good. Blue and white strip.
That was a good run.
That was good.
We all thought it and left you to tap it in.
fancy do.
You do that so horrible. You curl your tongue.
You know what, like Levantes.
That must be annoying that a waterproof thing got anyway. Could do a La Liga reference. That's
So where are ISIS in this whole thing? Like the Taliban are taking over. They seem pretty brutal.
So
ISIS is like hanging back in the mountains, going, "Just let these cunts settle in." And
they're
then
the
we're
ones doing the
coming down.
bombings at the moment. They're the ones bombing around Kabul airport, trying to force the Taliban out.
So that they can take over.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What does the
Like
case stand
Watford
for?
managers over in Afghanistan.
One by one. Leeds
taking
pre-Bielsa.
Eshaan, what does the case stand for in there?
I don't. That's a very good question. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. K is often fancied by quite right wing things. Like you got the KKK, you got ISIS K, you got
Special K.
Krispy
Special K,
Krispy
Krispy
Kreme
Kremes.
donuts.
Yeah. You got Kevin Kilban.
The thing is with the Taliban
I think he was left.
and ISIS,
They are the Kevin Kilban.
they're all shitting it when Kevin Kilban turns up, and they're like, "Yeah, that."
He played on the left wing,
I think
actually.
he played left.
Hey!
I said that joke 10 seconds ago. Sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, mate.
He dabbed.
He dabbed on a joke that had been said.
He Pogba it.
How you been? You all right?
I'm all right.
Honestly, in my head I was like, "Where can we take the Kevin Kilban thing, Afghanistan?" And then I just went, "Nope."
So this.
You've been all right.
I've been all right. So this morning, basically, well, not this morning, a week ago, I used the wonderful Manscaped products to trim.
Did you use our code?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
What is the code, Adam?
Word 20.
word 20.
Word 20, manscaped.com. You're a patron. You're not just absolute pod royalty. So we put out some questions on Patreon.
Yeah.
The response was amazing. In places, it was just like, "Could you tell him I love him?" Like, it was
Oh,
just
that's
really
very
nice.
sweet.
But you actually seen the questions because you're a patron as well.
Yes, I've seen some of the questions, but I was telling you about this thing that happened,
Yeah.
which is I used the Manscaped thing, trimmed, whatever, and on it's called the pubis, isn't it?
The mons pubis.
The mons pubis.
Is that the fat bit over the dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a really fat bit over a really fat dick. And
Oh, I am really glad you made eye contact with that camera. Because that could have turned me. I could have gone straight K.
So where's the pubis?
the
It's
mons
the
pubis
thatch.
is the fat bit just above the penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The bit that when you're thin looks sexy, and when you're fat looks not
like
good.
another person in between.
I've got a little pudgy mons pubis.
So I had an ingrown hair there. Oh. And it grew and it was fucking painful. So this morning in the shower, I popped it, and honestly, it felt like an orgasm. It was fucking amazing.
Sorry, what? You popped an ingrowing hair?
Turns into a spot, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Right.
grew out pulled out the hair. It's like this long.
Mama like
There's
that.
pus and blood
Mama
started coming
like
out.
Oh, Eshaan.
I feel so much better.
Midday.
Oh, my
I had no idea
God.
where that story was going, but I'm not happy with where it went.
Well, yeah. That's why did you have to mention our products that we're trying to sell in and around your popping something minging? I use the Manscaped products. Use code
Oh no, but
WORD20.
my balls look pristine. Oh boy.
Do you go for the full?
Yeah, the full kit and caboodle. Because also, this is one thing that I have kept from my days as a Muslim. Well, two. First being the circumcised penis. You can't regrow a foreskin.
No. The other is Qurans all over the shop.
You could use some sort of like luncheon meat to make a new like helmet though. Carry on.
The thing with luncheon meats, there's luncheon meats. Luncheon meats aren't generally that diverse.
Yeah.
They're all quite pink.
You could cook it though.
Which one would I cook?
Use turkey.
Turkey.
Manscaped.com. Use the code WORD20.
Or cook a leg of lamb
Yeah.
and then use.
It would be,
Okay.
to be fair, my foreskin would be the size of a leg of lamb. You're right. That's true.
Just put a leg of lamb on the end of your dick.
Yeah.
Just fuck someone with a leg
You're
of lamb.
quite a hairy person, though. You go for the full pyob shove.
No, I mean, it's you. There's still a little bit of hair there. I do like a runway.
Up the Mons pubis.
Yeah.
What? You've got like a reverse Mohican above your dick.
Yeah.
Pointing down or sideways?
Down.
In case you ever want a hand job off a blind girl. She just follows the trail.
The braille.
Pube braille.
Found it.
He's got ingrowing hairs that say nice tits. Yeah. You rub your fingers over the spot. It says nice tits. And she takes that as a compliment and sucks it off. I've got nice tits, yeah. Gives a go with that.
What? You're not going to have to say that, but what are you going on?
Braille spots.
Right.
So she's like,
No, it's not called braille spots. It's called braille.
nice tits. Oh, cheers.
I mean, he could have just told her.
Why does she
She's
lie?
not deaf.
No, but
Mine was you follow that line
that
and you
line.
get it.
Yeah.
Yours is like, yeah, you could read it. Or you could just go, you got nice tits, by the way, love. Nice one, Eshaan. Nice one. You're definitely white, aren't you? Because with a name like Eshaan Akbar.
no, but like, it looks like effort, doesn't it? It's like when you know, like on like Valentine's Day, when you take a girl into a hotel room and you've put "I love you" in rose petals. That's nice, isn't it? You could just say "I love you," or you can do that. It's the same with this. You can say "nice tits," or you can grow spots in the pattern of the braille. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you done that? Rose petals on a bed saying "I love you."
Yeah.
Premier in.
No, I've done something similar though. Okay. Like on Valentine's Day this year, I built a teepee and put rose petals in that, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Just rose petals in the TP.
And quilts for banging.
Quilts for banging.
About £400 worth of quilts.
He made a fuck bivouac in his house.
A what?
A fuck bivouac.
What's a bivouac?
A bivouac?
What's a bivouac?
No one go to Scouts? Cubs and Scouts?
No.
Oh, I was in Scouts for a very short period of time.
What happened in Scouts?
I kept pissing myself.
And Arcala was like, fuck off, mate.
Basically, they had these grey shorts. It wasn't because of the grey shorts, but I was too young and nervous. And
You pissed yourself because you were wearing grey shorts.
Dirty protest.
It's like, tell you what, with grey, piss stains really show up. And that was too much pressure on a younger Shan. Like, oh my God.
I lasted a week because 2 of the 4 days I was supposed to be there, I pissed myself.
How old were you?
I don't know, 5, 6.
Oh, right.
Why? Was this a problem when you were younger?
No, yeah, I just got nervous, and when I used to get nervous, I used to piss myself.
What were you like? Because Etta's just started school, and we've talked about all the parents dropping off, and there's lots of people being fannies and getting too emotional. Etta literally just went, you could see the point where she was like, maybe this is, I'm a bit nervous. And Laura, my wife just went, you're fine, get in. And she never looked back. And she came back and she said she had a good time. Were you all right when you started school? Because pissing yourself at Cubs is surely a bit of a worry as a parent. Like,
It is a bit of a worry, but the thing is, I was fine at school, but something about Scouts, I think because there was exercise involved. So even at 5 or 6, I was like, no.
I think you forced that piss out, didn't you?
For me, what?
You definitely pissed yourself on purpose, didn't you?
Maybe, I don't know. But
I think you know full well that you were like, embarrassing, gotta go home.
I know they're laughing, but we're never going to be friends anyway.
2 out of 4 days.
I've got Scout-based incontinence. I think I need to go home.
Yeah, so I lasted a week there. Anyway, you were saying about Scouts.
What were you like? Sports. The whole sports thing just freaked you out, did you? Like the exercise thing.
I love sports. I loved sports. So I played cricket for the Essex Seas at under 12 and under 13.
Which is no mean feat.
no mean feat.
County-wide, Essex was good
You
as
a
well.
batter or a catcher?
Was Nasser Hussain Essex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, his dad was my coach, Joe.
Shut up.
What? Batter or a catcher?
What position did you play? Silly mid-off.
I was a...
They don't know cricket and they're just going to
I
start
do.
saying
I used
words.
to play cricket.
Good.
All right, all right.
Silly mid-off.
Hang on,
Guess
did you
that.
just say Nasser Hussein's dad is called
that-
Joe?
You made
Yeah.
out like that was the only
That's
position you
surprising.
played.
Joe Hussein, yeah.
Don't move Carl to the boundary. He won't go. He's just at silly mid-off or nowhere.
I'm a slip as well.
So yesterday we said that we go and
Yes.
because of the working with these fucking lunatics, I'm not putting in as much weekend work and I want to go and do stuff. And I realise that half the stuff I want to do is sporting based. And I want to go and watch England maybe, but I want to see Bangladesh. I want to see Bengal or Pakistan. I want to go to the cricket with you.
Let's
I'd
go.
love that.
Mate,
Versus
you-
England, or you want to go to like
How good would it be? England, Bangladesh.
Oh, can we all go to
if
that?
Yeah, come
in the
on.
Bangladesh end? Do they have an away end? Is it like the
No, they
footy?
don't segregate them. It's just like loads of England fans and then a few like
Why
happy
don't we
Bengalis.
If you go
become
to-
the first ever
Ultras.
Bangladesh cricket ultras, and we'll just go around punching people's heads in the name of Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Ishan, up for that?
Yeah, all right.
You fucking want it? Can we just do some day drinking? I want to see. Were you good at cricket when you were growing up?
Yeah, I was very good at cricket. I wasn't as good as my dad because my dad played internationally. He played for Pakistan
Did he?
in the under-19s.
Sick.
What?
Did you
How
know
have you
this?
been here this many times and not told us your dad is an international Pakistani cricketer?
He played for under-19s, opened the bowling with Makar Yunus.
Sick.
What
was
was
he a-
Eunice?
Was he a hitter or a thrower?
He was a bowler.
How many caps did he get?
He didn't. He was
He
under
played
19.
under-19, didn't play international seniors.
Still
Waki
impressive.
Eunice, genuinely one of the best international players of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of luck cricket though, innit?
Just literally.
I know.
Let's go.
Sorry, it's me. Allahu Akbar! Imagine if this was the roost after the whole roost.
And all the shit that we've given you, the thing that made you blow yourself up was Adam taking the piss about cricket. Right, that's it.
5 seconds.
I'm done. See you later.
So, elaborate that on cricket is mainly luck.
I just don't think there's as much skill to it as like footy and that.
Okay.
We've said this about like rounders, haven't we, in baseball? Baseball looks like luck. Swing getting open.
It's not. So I mean,
Do you
if
know
it,
what? I might be part Bangladeshi and I might like fishing, but I'm not falling for that bait. Absolutely no chance.
So yesterday we were saying, how good would it be if we actually played a bit of cricket?
Yeah, let's go.
If we got the cricket whites, filmed it for a Patreon thing.
Yeah.
Because he loves. I love cricket. Not, I don't think to your level, but I would love to see you if we got to a club and we got one of the
Yeah.
just having him face some medium pace
Yes. Just
would be amazing.
60, 70 mile an hour. That's
Imagine if I just hit a fucking belt like a home run.
And,
6,
yeah.
whatever you call it.
He's such a wind up, mate.
either way. Yeah.
Imagine if I hit a cricket home run.
Game over.
Imagine
He's
that.
won.
Home run, try, touchdown. It would. How amazing would it be if Adam was the weirdest wunderkind? Like he was like we never realised it because he'd never been asked, but he's actually one of the best cricketers naturally. Like fucking.
You know that happened to Shane Warne?
The West Derby Tendulkar. I couldn't even say it. It was so much fun.
You know that's
if
what
he just came up and went, Gerrard, fucking Gerrard,
Goal.
touchdown, goal, bastard. Every time he hit it.
Did you? That's what happened to Shane Warne. Did you know this?
He wasn't bothered, was he not?
No. So Shane Warne is, for those who don't know, regarded as one of the world's greatest ever leg spinners. Australian player.
And now he sells built-in wigs.
He does still sell built-in wigs, and he shagged Liz
Did
Hurley.
you see his pictures the other day?
He shagged Liz Hurley.
Did you see him banging his neighbours?
No?
There's a picture of him, his wife, and his 2 neighbours, and they're all just banging.
Aye.
Yeah? I'll get a picture. Oh, I won't put a picture of it, but
Wow.
Google it.
Is that in Australia or in London?
They.
I think it might be in
Do
London.
you know what
but
they
he's
did?
banging.
Like Taika Waititi's in the thruple, isn't he?
Yeah.
They do that around that part of the world, the Pacific.
Right.
Thruples and quadruples or whatever it is.
We don't do it in
Quadruple.
Chester.
They don't do it in Chester. So Shane Warne was about 19 years old, wanted to play Aussie rules. Had a major injury of his knee.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Big lad, injured his knee, and Aussie rules was the thing that he wanted to do. 6 months depression. His mates were like, mate, come to the nets and play a bit of cricket. You just have a bit of a laugh. And he'd never played cricket before, really. Turns out, fucking amazing at leg spin. and then lo and behold, 400, 500 wickets later, pow! One of the world's best. So that could happen with old Rowie bags over there.
Well, he obviously he goes into it thinking that is what's going to happen.
Adam, what would you be your choice of bowl? What would you go for?
What do you mean?
Like you're saying,
Am I bowling or
a
batting?
leg spinner?
A bit
You're a
of
bowler.
both. You can do both.
You can do- you
I see you as an all-rounder.
Very much an all-rounder.
Yeah.
What kind of bowl you got? What's
You
your
can go
your
off
staple?
spin, leg spin,
Field it silly,
swing,
silly mid-cunt.
pace.
Yeah.
Some doozers.
But it's in my interest, isn't it, to lie now and tell you that I'm going to do a leg spin and then do a pace, because then you'd be like, I was going to do a leg spin.
Yeah, there's no
then
way
it's
you're
going to
doing.
fucking
Can I just
come
say
right at
now?
you and you're not going to be ready
If
for
you
it.
do a
I'll
run
tell
up
you
for a
now,
pace
there is
and do a
no
spin.
way, no way you are doing pace.
What's pace?
Running fast and throwing it.
Running
But at
fast.
Lee.
Throwing the ball at 90 to 100 miles an hour.
Well, hang on. That's like test pace.
Okay, 80
What's-
to 90 miles an hour.
All right.
70 to 90 miles
What
an
do I
hour.
always say? Shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon, and you might
hit
reach
someone
the
with a
fucking
cricket ball.
M6.
Yeah. Shoot for the moon. Oh, Gerard. Damage. Give you another fucking ingrowing hair.
So how fast do you think you could bowl?
Right now, I've probably about 79 to 82.
Fuck! Oh,
Really, yeah?
right. Now, this
go.
is going to be a Patreon special. I want to fucking
It's all in the
speed-
wrist, mate.
I honestly thought we'd go into this and be calling bullshit on Adam. I want to see you
Okay.
break 75 miles an hour. I'll give you £100.
Okay,
Shut up.
let's do it.
And if you don't,
I suck a dick. No, go on. if
Are you,
I
are you a
know.
pace bowler then?
Huh? I was a pace bowler, yeah.
Medium pace.
Medium now.
Right, I can't wait.
I took 4 wickets in a row in a house game. 4 in a row.
I can't wait. Honestly, this needs to happen.
Let's do it.
It's usually him that gets revved up, and now I'm revved. I
Yeah,
want to
come,
see
let's
you
do it.
bowl 80
Let's
miles an hour.
fucking do it, lad.
see, I don't even care about it. That's why I'm not revved up. Like, I'll do it because it'll be a laugh and we'll film it and that. But like, even if I'm brilliant at it, I don't want to do. Like, even if I'm there and like, you know, you're right and I'm the best cricketer of all time.
Adam, we've got a test against Australia. The Ashes are coming up, and you're like, mate, I'm doing Brighton Comedia that weekend.
But I would do that though. I'd rather go and just do my gig at Brighton Comedia than fucking travel to Australia to throw a ball at some knobhead with a bat.
Yeah.
All right, glad we sorted cricket
How
out of
much
the
would you
podcast.
need to? You're 29 now. At most, you could probably play top level to your sort of 34, 35, maybe 36. Because I don't think you've looked after yourself Jimmy Anderson style. No offense. You've got 6 years in you. Say a 5-year contract from Lancashire, and then maybe a bit of IPL money to top it up. England international.
IPL is India Premier League.
Thank you.
How much? I see you as a Rajasthan Royal. How much would you need a year to genuinely
What do they
play?
normally get paid?
What's like the England contracts are about 400 grand a year or something like $500,000 a year.
That. You're doing that on Patreon next year.
Oh,
We'll be doing 400 grand a month next year on
Ben
Patreon.
Stokes makes 3.3 million a year.
Yeah. He's absolutely top of the line.
top of the line
For now.
for now.
Would you-
Until old Rowie
You're
back
not,
turns
you're not
up.
interested.
What?
You're not interested.
You'd have to break his salary cap.
4 mil.
4 mil.
And I like how he
After
takes a
tax.
swig of his cherry coke afterwards.
Hey, I've got questions about the scouts too. What do you learn in the scouts?
Knots.
What you do?
Tie
What you
your
go there
shoes,
for?
Tie your tie.
I went to Beavers, Cubs, and Scouts.
You learn the survival skills that refugees just know automatically,
Right.
like camping,
Bivouacs.
yeah, that, setting up a teepee.
So is it just outdoorsy shit?
This is outdoorsy shit, yeah. Starting a fire.
Literally loads of badges that you can get for all sorts, like photography. It's as I'm saying it, I can feel him looking at me. Like it's like knots. There's a sailing badge. There's everything that is just young Tory bullshit. The Cubs are like, come on, guys. Who knows how to fucking...
Was it the founder Enoch Baden-Powell or something? Baden-Powell.
Enoch Powell.
Not Enoch Powell, Baden-Powell.
Oh.
Lord Baden-Powell.
Much different
Right.
people.
But it's, outdoorsy, knobheady sort of... Did you do the Duke of Edinburgh at school?
I need to go kayaking. That was it.
Yeah, but it's in the same ballpark as that
went
sort
what?
of
Say it
healthy...
Kayaking.
I love it.
Went kayaking and then we ran away from a teacher on the beach.
I went kayaking.
Is that all you did?
That's all we did. I went to Mackey's. That's all we did. I've got a question. If we started the scouts, what would we teach?
Yeah, what are the badges, updates?
Prudent financial management.
badge.
Wow.
I could do with that badge, actually, if you can help me.
Yeah.
Mate, Eshaan, the queue of scouts waiting
Mate.
to come and do the badge with
Prudent
you.
financial management, basic cooking skills.
I reckon
Yeah.
cooking could be one, yeah. Adam could do the cooking.
Fingering. Because I think there's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
misinformation about
There
fingering.
is a lot.
Are
I'm
we
a
teaching
very
kids
good
how to
fingerer.
finger?
I am an outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
The two
reckon
things I'm
we do
good at:
teenagers.
licking pussy and flicking pussy. I know what.
I thought I was trying to be the edgy one with the fingering. Eshaan's got, nah.
Licking and flicking the pussy.
Why'd you flick it?
Oh, flicking is good.
Says
The women.
the women.
Says the women.
You flick the clit.
Not flicking like that. It's not a carom board.
It's not
What do you mean by
Sabutio.
flicking then? Flicking like that? That's not flicking.
That's flicking.
That's not flicking.
No, you're not rubbing it. So you're not just rubbing it like that constant. That's a flick because you touch it and.
That's a leg spin.
No, Eshaan, when you say flick, it sounds like there's a dead fly on a mantelpiece and you go, pow. What, I found a clit. Pow.
That works too.
Yeah, they love that.
Okay, so we're doing pussy flicking,
Yeah.
fingering, cooking.
I think those two could be probably in the same badge.
No,
you know?
no, they're different badges.
All right.
Cunnilingus.
Licking, financial. What else are we doing?
Yeah.
Adam?
Darts.
Darts. Can you play darts?
Yeah.
Can you?
Anyone can play darts.
That's true. Are you good at darts?
I'm all right. My
What-
dad's good at darts. And my little brother's really good at darts. Yeah.
What does all right mean?
Like,
He probably beat all of us.
Really?
probably.
Only because he's played
Is
it.
it? Is the darts board lowered for you?
Yeah. It's on the floor. I just stand above it and drop the dart.
Why did I enjoy that so much? And I'm an inch smaller than him. Like,
I don't know how much bigger than me he is.
I know, it's just funny.
Not a tall man, is he?
But you do look like you should be small.
Yeah. You got
Honestly,
small,
when
you got
it-
small man energy.
Do you know what I mean? You see Adam sometimes, you're like,
See how he couldn't reach the.
he looks like he should be small, but he's genuinely not that small.
I'm like 6'2".
No, 6'3". 6'3" at least.
5'12".
So what else are we doing? We're doing darts. Pussy work.
Oh, we could do because on
Can
Friday.
we do podcast production? That'd be really helpful if we
I'll
had a
do
lot
that.
of...
Yeah, video editing.
Yeah.
These are important skills. On Friday, I did a
Finn's
speed
fucked.
awareness course, so we could do like a shortened version of a speed awareness course.
Why would a scout need to do speed awareness?
Oh yeah, they're too young.
Yeah. Well,
In
maybe
preparation.
like, yeah. Maybe
Pussy
like...
licking. Fine. Don't teach him how to drive.
Darts and financial prudence. Driving.
No, you want to flick it like this? Hey, put them car keys down, dickhead. Like
That's
this.
ridiculous. I got bitches all on my...
Maybe some traditional scout ones as well. But there is the thing with the scouts. I always just like, maybe this is sort of hindsight being 2020 and all that. It all just seemed like stuff that, you know, you should just learn naturally growing up anyway.
What, starting a fire?
Yeah, you just get some sticks and that, bit of petrol and throw the match on.
Without petrol?
Yeah. Gypsy
Do you know what we should do? hey! Do you know what? A Patreon series
Dogfighting.
of you lot.
Caravan
What
sales.
kind of fucking scouts is that? Bit of fucking petrol. Get the fucking twigs on. Get the fucking dead dog. Stick it on. Burn it. Vets cost fucking money. Hey, what badges have you got? Scouts? What do you mean, gypsy scouts? I've got fucking loads, lad. Burning tyres. Punching someone's fucking head in. Have you got pussy flicking? No, yeah.
It's meant to be survival. You're not surviving with a big can of petrol in your pocket, are you?
You're winning, mate.
You lot, listen, you lot need to go on a survival weekend and record it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Not a bad idea, you know.
That is, you should fucking do
He'd be
that.
on
That
Domino's
would
in
be
5 minutes.
sick.
Right, I'll tell you this, right? Did you ever watch the show Hunted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Channel 4.
One where
Channel 4, yeah.
you set off. And
Yeah,
then,
and they try and look for you, yeah.
But you can literally go anywhere and hide.
You can go anywhere.
You
Can't
can't
in the UK, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be in the UK.
No, you can leave the country if you
Okay,
can.
yeah.
But it's hard to leave
yeah,
the
I've got a
country
pair- I've
without
got a
a
passport.
passport, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the idea is like,
Not if you're my parents, Karen.
let's not get back into that. So the idea is you apply for the show and they go, look, anytime in the next 6 months, you'll get a text to say, you've been successful, you're on the show, and it starts now. So...
That would be such a good scam, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you were expecting a text
Yeah.
to say disappear,
Yeah.
Robbed it
but
out.
it wasn't from Channel 4.
Yeah, it's from local burglars.
Yeah.
Really, you've got
he's
to
got
go
that.
now. You
Yeah.
see some bellend running off. Thank you.
But I always felt like it was quite easy for a comic. Because what I'd just do, you know, in that 6 months while you're waiting for your text, every time you gig with a comedian, just not with any record of anything, you say to them, like, can I have your address? I'm coming to yours. And then you just go and stay in their attic for a bit. Ride it out.
You know, comedians don't have money.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have attics.
What?
And they live in bedsits.
Yeah, okay.
Attics. I love it how Adam's making himself the Anne Frank of the fucking
Yeah. Dear Diary.
Channel 4 producers. Who have you got upstairs?
Did they give you the head start?
You get an hour.
But also, they'd announce you on the lineup, wouldn't they?
What do you mean?
So if you're doing comedy,
Yeah, but he's done that many cities and towns.
Yeah. So I'd just speak to as many comics as I could, sort of off the record in the 6 months.
Yeah.
Get as many addresses as I could.
yeah,
Go to one of their houses who I'm not really mates with,
right.
and stay in theirs for a bit and just be like, look, it's £100 prize. I'll give you 500 quid.
Why would you want to stay in an attic of someone you're not particularly good mates with?
Because then
To
they
win
won't
the
think to
money.
look there.
To win the money.
Yeah.
But they'd know what? I'm so confused.
I like it.
But then they'd know you're in their attic.
Yeah, but they're not going to tell the Channel 4 producers,
Yeah, no,
are
of
they?
course not. So why wouldn't you spend the time with, say, me?
Because they come and find
Because
you
they
because you're
go,
close.
Eshaan's been on Have a Word 5 times. Should we knock at his and see if Adam's hiding there?
How do you even get away from your house?
You get an hour, don't you? So you get hitchhike usually, don't they? I've seen a lot of hitchhiking
Yeah,
when
some
they
of
do
them
it.
get off in their own car, then try and swap their car for another car.
I'd make my whole family wear burqas and we all leave the house at the same time and they wouldn't know who's who.
I think you watched The Fast and the Furious 2 recently.
No, I didn't. Is that what they did?
They got 2 cars, drove it into a garage, and about
Oh, yeah,
1,000
yeah.
cars come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That could work, though.
How long do you have to survive to win the money?
I think it's like a month. I think
A
it's
month.
I think it's 4 weeks.
I thought it was last man standing. It was like numerous ones.
You'd never win that money.
Right?
Because you'd be on Instagram in 5 minutes.
You would tweet on day 4. There's no way they would ping you. Like, you in a month, like, even if it was Eshaan's attic, right? And it's fucking, you kitted it out, it's got a microwave, you've got a TV, you're up there.
They were your
He's put
first
some-
2 things.
but he's got your supplies sorted. How long could you just be like, yeah, I'll just
If you were
sit
in
this
an
out?
attic, the Indian takeaway would know from your madras, curry.
No,
naan,
but
and
let's say I'm
rice
in your
order.
attic then. Then when you're ordering Indian, I wouldn't get a madras, would I? I'd just be like, I'll have whatever you're having, and I'll eat that shit for,
And then
for a
shit
month.
yourself in my attic.
Yeah, your problem.
Dan, what would you do if you were unhunted? What?
I'd buy a car and stash it. I'd pay for it. If you got months to prepare,
Like,
You might have.
I would buy a car, stash it.
Yeah, but what would you buy
Adam's,
then?
Adam's what?
You have to buy it with cash.
Yeah.
There's no record. But then you got the money out and they'd be like, oh, we must have bought something there. Look for local cars.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if they've got access to my bank account
They have.
and they can see that I've got 500 quid out, good, fair fucks to them. But I get paid in cash at gigs. Maybe I just keep some of that cash and buy a car that will get me somewhere. Adam's spot on. Like, me and Laura have talked about this all the time. We talk about her having mates. She's got 4 mates. 4 quite good mates, probably. I know hundreds of people that I call mates. And some of them
I'm
are
the same
so
as you.
fucking random. And comedians, we talked about that thing
I'm
about
the
the
same as
band
you.
of brothers. Like, I've got mates in Scotland who there's no way Channel 4 producers could trace. They could have my phone and they would never, like, as long as I can get sort of contact with them, Kai Humphries would put me up for the fuck of it. If I could get from Chester to there, good luck, TV producers. Honestly, I think being a comedian would you higher visibility in theory, but we know so many bellends who are like, you want to come and fuck around for a month?
But there's also so many comedians in Liverpool. I don't even think I'd have to go to Scotland. I'd just go to Rob Thomas's in Bootle.
Right.
He's got a shed.
I'd go to Afghanistan and blend in.
How are you getting there?
Go over with Kevin
In the
Kilbane.
£500 Ford Focus from 1997. Like Dan's going in.
I'll be able to get on the
I think you can get in Afghanistan
Can't get
just fine.
Yeah, very easily.
But you know, border control. They're not that bothered. Like, you're not coming in, are you? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're
It's
worried.
getting out of this country in the first place, isn't it?
Do you need a PCR test?
For Afghanistan,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not. Yeah,
Is it red listed? Yeah.
yeah. That's the
No
worry.
holidays to
The
Afghanistan.
worry that if you go, you might get COVID.
Fuck's sake.
But you've got to get out, haven't you?
Oh, that'd be easy. Because
How?
I can just be like, I don't have passport. I need to get out. I need to get out. Why am I out?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I need to get out.
Afghanistan!
Get the chopper.
What's wrong with your eyes?
I need to get out.
I need to get out of here.
I need your clothes, your boots, and a one-way ticket to Kabul.
It'd be easy. I'd just. I'd just do that. Oh my god.
I was looking at you, Carl.
Oh,
I turned around to look at Carl. He looked behind him. Because I looked at you.
Thought we were getting a fucking post delivery. Right, let's have a look, little word from the money cunts.
What's happening, guys? Ooh, look at your outfit. Shocking. You look horrible in that. That's a shit t-shirt, jumper, dress thing, whatever that is you've got on. What you need, lad, is a fucking t-shirt or a hoodie from haveawordpod.com. You want some official Have a Word merch? Go to haveawordpod.com and get some then, instead of wearing that fucking shite you've got on. It's horrible. You look a joke. Don't be leaving the house like that. You want a hoodie that says rat? That's what you need, lad. Go and get it. haveawordpod.com.
So on our Patreon,
I think I've caught a tan.
You what?
I think I've caught a tan.
Not in your face particularly.
I think you have. I know, just a little bit.
You have a tan, do you?
I think so.
You've got a bit of a tan on the back of your neck. You look a bit
You don't
pinkoid.
burn, do you, Eshaan?
No.
No.
I don't. I've never used sun
He
cream.
just had to compute what was going on
Yeah,
there. Did
yeah.
you feel he was like, are you being a con?
Yeah.
No.
I've never used sun cream.
Yeah, I've had factor 30 on over there.
I don't really understand how it works. In fact,
So whatever the number is,
Yeah.
that's the
level of
multiple of how long you can spend in the sun without burning. So if it would take me an hour to burn,
protection. Yeah.
if you put factor 30 on, it should technically take 30 hours to burn.
What does burn mean? What does that mean? Like what burns?
Your skin goes pink and blisters and peels off.
I mean, you've really got to burn at the blistering stage.
Right.
That's what happened to me a
Fucking
couple of
hurts
weeks
if you
ago,
do.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
I bet my shoulders to that level, and it's
awful.
It just literally ruins your life until it's gone.
Yeah, it's horrible.
How the? Yeah. I don't understand how you lot were in any hot countries ruling them for 200 years.
We went.
I wasn't.
Well, that's true.
I was doing open
But the
spots.
posh bastards, they were wearing tweed and shit, weren't they?
Well, they all were white, didn't they? In like the India.
Like the India.
Like the India.
The India.
And they got the locals to fan them.
Yeah.
That made
Okay.
it easy.
They all wore the robes that they got in the hotels just all the time.
And they have factor 50 as well.
Do they
Do you
factor
burn
50
Finn?
back then?
Finn doesn't burn either.
Yeah, he's got
I've burned
Mediterranean
once
blood.
in my life
Where were you?
in Turkey.
Yeah, you weren't in real, were you?
No.
That'd be.
Where in Turkey?
Bodrum.
Bod, lovely. Good old Bodrum.
Great, great air
Not been,
base.
but I know it. I know of it.
Have you?
That's where. Yeah, that's where the family are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loads of fun.
Went to Istanbul, one of the best cities I've ever been to in my life. I think Istanbul's absolutely fucking amazing.
Better than Liverpool? Because you're a big fan of Liverpool as a city, aren't you? You are.
Yeah.
It really annoys him because he loves Liverpool and he loves like the people,
yeah.
and he just hates anything to do with the football club.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Liverpool. And it pains me to say it. I don't know why, but
Yeah, but the football thing is separate from the actual people in the town, isn't
not
it?
always.
Not with me.
Well,
No, it's such a part of the culture and life now. I don't think it is. I think it's totally the same thing. You can't separate them sometimes.
well, you should be able to do if you're a fucking adult, shouldn't you? Yeah. Should we do these questions?
Yes!
For Eshaan. Taylor Mason says, do you burn? No. Taylor Mason says, what's the weirdest thing you've eaten, Eshaan? What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Like, for example, I had
Other
a
than
fish.
pussy.
Other than pussy.
Talking about scouts again. Flick, wag wag.
Lamb testicles.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Come on, where?
Lamb testicles and cockroaches.
If you eat lamb testicles, what have they been done? Deep fried? And
Yes.
Have they got jizz in them? Because he loves lamb.
No. Yeah. So.
What?
Uh-oh.
Have
Okay.
lamb's testicles?
Yeah.
Do they still have some jizz in them?
No.
No. Because jizz
What,
gets produced when you get aroused, and I don't know if when they're dead,
Right.
they're aroused.
Oh, I genuinely thought the jizz
There was
just in
always
there like
jizz
a little
in your
bag.
testicles.
Do you know if you ate
Oh,
something?
no. Oh, 100. Mate, I thought jizz was in the balls.
No. Do you know if you ate something, like someone went, eat that, and you went, that's lovely, that. And then they went, that was a lamb's testicle.
Yeah.
Would you go, ugh?
No, that was tasty.
I mean, how delicious.
Well, it just go, that tastes nice. Like
So if you pass me something,
It tastes-
and I didn't know like what it was, but it tasted as good as like a mozzarella dipper from McDonald's.
That's the nicest thing.
That's
you can have.
tasteless.
They're fucking fit.
No, they tasted
you-
nothing. Are
Right.
you fucking mad?
All right, okay. Is it just me telling you what I like?
Okay, yes.
Well, like,
The mozzarella dipper is quite nice. If you then said, "Oh, that's a honey badger's dick," I'd be like, "Honey badger's dick, deep fried, tastes good."
Good.
I don't think I'd
you
be
wouldn't
like
be sick. Oh, good. Aye, people like that.
Yeah.
mozzarella dippers. I know not everyone's dead keen, but if you get a bit of honey badger, deep fried honey badger dick, put it in a bit of salsa,
Yeah.
all day.
Good.
A lamb testicle, deep fried, tastes like a cross between a chicken nugget and a Scotch egg.
I honestly, if someone said that is a lamb's testicle, I don't think I could eat it.
Really? That's mad.
Really? Why?
No, so you wouldn't want that either.
Well, I've eaten all kinds in Japan.
Yeah, but you didn't know what it was.
I
Sorry.
didn't know what it was. It said on the fucking menu.
No, you kept saying you were just eating it.
No,
and then
Steve. Well, Steve's
No,
like
that's
that,
Finn.
and I was going, don't read it, just try it. If you don't like it, don't try it again. Because he was going, what's this? And having a look.
you told me you were like that though.
No, I was like that with lots of things, but there's stuff that I knew I was eating.
Where did you have the lamb's testicles?
In London. I just went to the bitches and,
I'm so racist.
and
I
bought
was
it.
like, it's probably somewhere really
really exotic.
exciting. He's
In my
like,
house.
just round the corner.
I had cockroaches and maggots in America.
No, see, that's different. They're not meant to be eaten them.
Cockroaches and maggots in America.
What do they have in China? They have like bugs on a stick, don't they? Like,
Scorpions. Scorpions on a stick.
Scorpions on a stick.
nah, I'm all right.
I've had
couldn't do
crocodile steak.
Wow. Has this person, does Taylor Mason know that you are full of, I've eaten everything?
I've had kangaroo steak.
Kangaroo, that's a little
Where did you have
I had a
crocodiles?
cheeseburger yesterday when I came home.
Crocodile steak was in a restaurant called Archipelago in London, and they do like various different random meats and crocodile
I'd
steak.
try croc.
That'd be fun.
I'd try crocodile.
It's quite
So
rubbly.
why would you try crocodile but not a lamb's bollocks?
It's cause it's a bollock. I don't ever want a bollock in my mouth.
Yeah, he doesn't want to finish the lamb's testicle and then someone will be like, Adam Rowe! Pete Richards says, how do I ask for a turbo hot, authentic curry without sounding like a gammon in a Indian restaurant? Or
Here we go. This is mine and Eshaan's. This is the thing we
Sticking point.
have a sticking.
How
point.
would you do it?
How would I do that? I'd order a fall.
is that, for the audio listeners,
Ishaan is
this
not
is the
happy.
thing where Eshaan is offended.
What is a fowl?
It's a dead os. It's curry.
Not a thing.
It is a thing. It's one up from a
It doesn't
vindaloo.
exist.
It does. It does exist. It does because places sell it. What you mean is you and your lot are like, here we go.
Order.
To you, it's like, oh, we didn't sell that back in the 30s in the thing back home. They say it exists. It's on menus, so it does exist.
What the gentleman needs to do
Yeah.
is ask for something with real Naga chilies.
Really, what chilies?
Naga. N-A-G-A.
Yeah. So do you want to write that out?
Yeah,
with the right
N-A-G-A.
vowels? Okay.
And you have to spell it with an A at the end.
Naga chili.
If you spell it with an R at the end, there's a problem.
Yeah. You really need to get. You need to put the word Nagar in the right place in the sentence as well.
Fowl is a curry which originated in Birmingham and spread to the United States.
Birmingham, Alabama.
No, yeah. Because that makes it
Birmingham,
more
England.
authentic, doesn't it?
Right. So Naga.
Bangladeshi own though. Curry houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naga chilies.
Naga chilies.
As soon as you're asking for those,
Just say,
they're
make
like,
it with Naga
this
chilies.
guy knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
In that voice.
we're
Yeah.
talking proper.
Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy
Yeah,
hot shit?
yeah. I love that.
So what's the name of the curry?
It's called the Naga Please.
That's exactly what it's called. It's called the Naga what?
That'd be the conversation, wouldn't it? Can I have some Naga, please? And you go, Naga what? And you go, some Naga curry?
It really freaked me out that Adam just got sweaty tits. When Adam did that, I was like, God, too far.
That goes in Liverpool.
So if you went into a curry house
Yeah.
in Liverpool, for example,
Yeah.
what would you order? Would you go off menu?
Yes.
Yeah. So you'd say what you
At
just said.
most, the only thing I'd get off the menu is, as you'd call it, a booner.
Yeah.
Right? But I would say to them, can you add some nugget chilies to it, please?
Right.
Right,
A booner
okay.
and nugget chilies.
Oh, Boona. Do you like Boona?
Yeah.
I don't like Boona.
It's good.
And poppadoms.
Yeah, I'll get poppadoms. I like poppadoms.
Spice poppadoms.
Yeah, although again, the poppadoms are different.
Chips.
But
Yeah. And what kind of bread would you get with it? What kind of rice would you get with it?
a pulao rice.
Basmati.
Basmati pulao rice. And maybe a garlic and coriander naan.
Oh, there you
no
go.
chips, no? Interesting.
No humour at all anymore.
I think half rice
I
out.
will not get chips. No.
Sean says, question for Dan. If you had another kid and one of Adam, Carl, Finn or Eshaan had to name them, who would you trust most to provide the name? So I'll tell you right now,
I know who's bottom of the list.
of course,
yeah.
because you can't, you can't take offense. You are the,
If it was a boy, I'd call it Eli. And if it's a girl, Rebecca.
okay.
He's got a stumped you. Would you?
Eli's a really nice name. Eli Nightingale's a strong fucking
Eli
name, I think.
Nightingale, yeah.
Well, you fucked yourself there because you put him bottom.
How are you spelling Eli?
Hey, we met.
What?
How are you spelling Eli?
AILEEAI.
Sorry? You have to pray now.
Why? Because she died. More than a woman, more than a woman. Do, 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 do.
Right, so
That was a really unlikely a liar joke.
Yeah, very good.
Adam's bottom.
There was a parents in the park the other day, and they had a baby. Is this a public episode? Yeah, it is. Fuck it. And they've had a baby and called it. They were like, it's Ebby. It's Ebby.
Ebby.
And Laura was like, oh, Ebby. Yeah, it's Ebenezer. They've christened the child Ebenezer.
God.
And I was like, we're hoping that he grows up and he's cool enough to just be like, yeah, I'm Ebenezer. But until then, we'll call him Ebby, and maybe, that's what it'll go by. That is a lifetime of everyone going, Scrooge?
Yeah.
Ebenezer Scrooge. It's literally a whole lifetime of someone, Scrooge. Every fucking conversation to the point he's like, he wishes he was called Darren. Just to not have the same fucking...
Or Gary.
I just don't know.
So who's top of your list then? Or who's one above me?
Finn would just do something, obviously. Finn's a nice guy. He's lovely. Also, I'm his boss, sort of. So you're a lunatic. And although you're doing this like, no, I choose something nice, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
When you're there in the registrar, you'd be like, Carl, I think, is future responsible dad, although he's got some shades of the evil that make you friends.
I'd call it Bruce, regardless if it's sex.
Bruce.
Right,
You're off the list. I want... I go Eshaan. I trust Eshaan. I think I'd go Eshaan.
You know, I have a little daughter called Bruce now.
I'd give them,
That's not actually
I would give your
quite
kid
modern.
an English name and an Asian name.
super.
So if you were a girl, it'd be Felicity Zainab Nightingale.
Titwangle.
Felicity.
Zainab.
As in Zainab Badawi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightingale.
Right.
And if it was a boy,
Yeah.
it would be Frank Mohammed Nightingale.
Finley's got a name like that.
My name, if we're in Turkey, is Finley Mehmet.
It's what?
Finley Mehmet.
Mehmet.
Finley Mehmet.
Mehmet. Mehmet.
Yeah, that's my name.
How'd you spell it?
Like the FIFA
M-E-H-M-E-T.
name like Gilda does.
Finley Mehmet. Does any of you does your turkey grandma,
Turkey grandma, yeah.
does she ever just be
Yeah,
like,
like turkey dinosaurs.
Mehmet, your dad.
no, it's like turkey teeth. Paul Smith went and got his turkey teeth. Finley goes and gets his turkey nana.
Mehmet.
Does she ever, they call you Finley
Finley
Mehmet.
Yeah, Mehmet is the Turkish equivalent of Mohammed. Why'd you roll your eyes at me?
Because you can't just say it like non-you. We're all going Mehmet, and you're like, oh, you mean Mehmet? Mehmet, Basmati.
Basmati. It's not that.
Basmati?
Yeah.
Finley Mehmet. and he lives in the Hrail. Fucking real, mate.
You're in Runcorn now.
Runcorn.
When does it get racist?
This next question is from Barkevius Mamadou Yakubu de la Cruz.
And he's not lying.
Shout out, Jed. We named you. If you change that by deed poll, we'll send you a free mug.
Yeah.
We'll send you the pen to sign the contract with.
Hi, Lids. A while ago, I heard something about Eshaan that somewhat surprised me. No offense. Can you tell us, Lids, about your time being a Bollywood dance choreographer?
No, this didn't happen. This is bollocks.
It's not after.
You gonna press it? You? What?
Hang on. Can you say the words out of your mouth if this is true? You were a Bollywood choreographer.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
He presses it so little, he didn't know how to press it. That was
Where have you seen me dance?
Like in Edinburgh and stuff.
When? Where?
Well, you're probably drunk.
Yeah.
The Show Me the Funny party.
where have you seen me dance?
So you think you're funny?
Okay.
He wasn't bossing a move then, though. You were dancing at the live show. You were dancing at the live show and you were bossing a move.
So I started. What was that noise?
It was him.
I started dancing. I would say at about 11 years old. And basically, I had to. The reason I had to dance. The reason I had to dance was so that the Taliban would release me. Fuck off. So I started dancing at 11.
What song did you dance to?
All sorts. And I had a dance troupe of 8 boys and 8 girls.
You were in charge of
And we
60.
did the Mela in Birmingham.
Yeah.
When I was 17. And I choreographed loads of dances for functions, weddings, that kind of stuff. And I stopped doing it when I was about 26.
Right. Okay.
And one thing in
So that's
particular...
true.
100% true. And one of the things that I was particularly booked for was, this is going to sound ridiculous, dancing as a woman. So I would dress up in a wig, wear the whole thing.
Like the dame at
and do
Panto.
all that nonsense.
Can you?
And there are videos. And for my 21st birthday, I did 11 dances, and there were 7 DVDs made sent around the world for it.
Can I book you
Yep.
for my 30th?
Yep.
Can you do just a move now?
I'm not going to do a boom move now.
Just one move.
No.
He needs to limber up.
Yeah.
Plus, it's not paying. We're not paying him.
Right. How have we known each other as long as we have, and you've never brought this up?
I always bring it up. It's one of the
Your dad played under 19s for Pakistan.
Yeah.
You were a pro dancer.
No, the reason we don't bring it up is because the only thing you find interesting about me is that I'm brown and Muslim.
That's not true. You bring that out to me. I'll do this with any other people in my life. I've got 2 other Asian friends, but we never talk about these things.
In fact, I'm going to try and find while you're looking. I'm going to try and find a video to show you for my.
Just show us afterwards.
Okay, but for my best friend's wedding, I remember because that was my first time doing Latitude, and then he was having a function. He said, "Can you come and do a dance?" I did a 12-minute medley.
Right. Please, you're coming to his birthday, aren't you, next year?
Yes.
Please let the gift of dance be the gift that you give to Adam.
I will do a Bollywood dance performance.
Not 12 minutes, though.
No. I'll do a Bollywood dance performance for your birthday next year.
Tickets on sale.
Oh, my God.
And I'll edit it so I will make it seem like I'm an ice cream rickshaw driver who just happens to break out into dance.
You're keeping rickshaw rental companies in business.
That was fucking expensive, by the way.
Invoice us.
Oh, no, I'm going to invoice
We'll
you.
take it out of fittings pay.
Yeah.
Eshaan never invoices us, ever.
Yeah.
I've asked him several times. He's done loads of things for us where we've gone, we'll give you some money. I've asked him several times, and he doesn't want the money. He only ever works for us for free. I'm not even joking. Why? I've said to you several times, send me that invoice, and you're like, don't want to.
Well, no, I love you guys, isn't it? So it's just...
It's just
I don't need the money. I'm
It
doing
takes
very
Brennan
well.
24 hours to invoice. I'm joking.
Just go
That
chill.
guy really
I'm
on top of
doing
his
very
account.
well, like really well.
I mean, you're probably still living off some of that sweet 12-minute medley money.
Yeah. So for your birthday next year, I promise, Bollywood dance.
Oh my good God.
We've had some requests for characters and accents.
Hang on, as well. Can I just say this? You can't go. The reason I've never brought this up is because you're only interested in me being brown and Muslim
Yeah.
and act like Bollywood dancing has nothing to do with that. You just want to talk about the brown stuff, none of the Bollywood dancing shit.
I might, if you're still with Sam, I might even get her involved.
Okay,
I think she'd like it.
okay.
When?
What a weird thing to say about someone's girlfriend.
No, because in the dance, it works a lot better if there is a girl next to you.
Okay.
Much better.
But I'm not doing the dance, am I?
No.
You're doing the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do the dance.
There's some things that I'm excited about. Watching England play Bangladesh with you guys, that would be a load of fun. Lots of things I'm looking forward to in the future. You know, I think your 12-minute medley with his girlfriend at his 30th is now top of that list. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be spectacular.
Can we do some accents before we do have a word?
Yes.
You're right. We've had a few requests because
we stopped playing the accent game because you sort of won.
Yeah.
No one could ever really match the Actors Studio format that we used to do.
Yeah.
After you were in.
Sorry, everyone.
Kyle G says, can we hear him do a Norwegian accent? We've heard yours, Dan, now for a real linguist to try.
I'm from Norway.
Okay, that's on. I've only an idea of Norwegian because I was watching Norsemen on Netflix. That's the best I can do.
What do you want me to do in this Norwegian accent?
Hey, roll with it. Just 12-minute medley.
I'm
Babes.
very happy to be on Have a Word with you guys.
Oh,
I think it's going to be great.
You're the first person to sound Asian Norwegian.
We grew up. I moved there from Birmingham when I was very young, and
Very young.
my accent is a bit mixed. It's now a bit Welsh. I don't know what's happening.
You sound like an Irish farmer in a Netflix documentary about the potato famine.
An Irish farmer in a Netflix documentary. Very different. Sounds a bit like this, doesn't he?
No,
He sounds a bit like,
different whatsoever.
hey, top of the morning to you.
Oh, yeah.
You sounded like
That's-
Ronald Koeman the first time.
Can we try Norwegian again?
Hello there. No, wait.
Hello there. Can you do your Norwegian and talk about the loss of Messi to the Barcelona squad, and we'll see.
It's Ronald
Okay.
Koeman.
Okay. Gurdy, right?
That is so racist to Scandinavians.
Gurdy.
Can I care?
No.
Gurdy.
No.
Gurdy. I think.
Jesus, no. I think
No.
Messi's a great player now. I know he's gone to them bastards in Paris to eat the fucking croissants.
In Barcelona, losing Messi is very... No, it's Dutch.
Yeah, Ronald Koeman.
Ronald Koeman after he spent too much time in Bristol. I think
I'm from
Losing
Norway.
Messi is very hard for
I
us.
am the manager of Barcelona. We have lost Lionel Messi to the Parisian.
That's gay Irish.
He's German. He's Klopp.
No, German is very much like this. Manchmal upbeat.
James Morrison says
Pakistani.
we're getting it right, but not at the right time.
Yeah.
James Morrison says Wag Legs, can he try a German gymnastics coach? Which I think we've accidentally.
I'm the German gymnastics coach. You have to jump, hop, skip into the R.
That was good. I can't top
It was
that.
really good. Come on, children. Let's do the stretches. I mean, he's a pedo, isn't he?
Yeah.
Soon as in my head, a German gymnastics coach.
Get on the horse. Get on the horse, kiddo. Yeah, das ist sehr gut. Keep going. 1, 2, round, flip. Yeah. Excellent.
And now get off my dick.
Can you Google the German for Mr. Motivator, please?
Stefan Johansson says, can you get him to do a South African Tesco delivery driver?
Yeah, I can do that. This is very, very good. Nelson Mandela.
You're just doing Mandela there.
Are you about to do Nelson Mandela
Yeah.
as a Tesco delivery driver?
Everyone's had to get a new job in lockdown.
Everybody. I cannot deliver there. Sorry. This clearly says.
This clearly says
3 decades it's taken to
can't. A few items have been replaced.
No, replace.
call him.
We need to ensure I have made a delivery for you. Very, very big.
Right, in the middle of that went to the guy who delivered my Uber Eats order last week. And that wasn't Nelson Mandela.
How do you know?
Uh-huh.
How do you know?
I don't know. Must have been in disguise.
I'm from South Africa. I'm going
my
to change
God.
it now.
I like what you're doing with this,
You
bro.
like what I'm doing with
I
this?
like it.
I like it too. So,
I can tell you watch a little bit of John T. Rhodes
now and then.
and Hensi Kronya.
Yeah, no, you know what I like. So I'm making a delivery. I was making a delivery the other day. I work for Tesco. It's been really tough COVID for me.
Oh, nailed
Really
it.
tough COVID.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
You're quite happy
Go.
with this, aren't you? So I was making a delivery, and I tell you what, these people, they buy some really odd things, don't they? Right? I saw this guy. He bought like loads of beef, loads of
Cockney now.
pork.
Is this Ray Winston? Say in South African, bet in play now.
Bet in play now.
Bet in play now.
Bet in play now.
My name is Nelson Mandela.
Bet in play.
You can get very good odds
Very good odds. Very good odds. Very good odds.
for Jamie Vardy to score first. It is Gollum.
It is fucking gone.
Gamble responsibly.
Let's wrap this absolute nonsense off with a have a word, shall we?
That was fun.
This one's anonymous.
Always the best.
Always the good ones,
Yep.
isn't it?
All right.
Dirty little hobbit.
One of my group of mates is married with kids and recently found out this needs it. Recently found out his wife has cheated on him. They are still together for now, and in an effort to try and save the relationship, she has given him a hall pass to have a one-night stand with someone. Me and the other lads are unsure on whether to encourage him to use the hall pass or not. I think it would only make the situation worse, and I think he should either stay with her and try and get past it for the sake of the kids, or just fuck it and break up. But the others in the group aren't so sure. Love to know what you guys think. Cheers, lids. That's from Anon.
Well, I already know what I think, but I want to hear from Eshaan first.
Get the fuck out.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah.
Simon says, get
Not
the
worth
fuck
it.
out!
Because the hall pass, if you get the hall pass, say, okay, there's a permanent hall pass because I had to find out you were cheating on me. If you told me you were going to fuck someone else.
What? A permanent hall pass?
Yeah.
No, I know what he's saying. Like, he's saying she cheated without being given a hall pass.
Yeah.
So if he fucks someone with the hall pass, yeah, they fuck one person each, but he hasn't broke trust. She still has.
Yeah.
But she's only given him the hall pass so that when it next kicks off and they have an argument about who should have replaced the
I
fucking
let
milk
you
or
fuck
whatever,
someone else.
he'll go, you cheated on me. And she'll go, well, you took your hall pass. It's not even. He should get to fuck at least 18 women.
Yeah, it's a bit like getting accidentally slapped, and then they're like, "One, slap me back then," and it's never the same. The
Also,
slap
you
back.
need to leave. For the sake of the kids, you need to leave because the kids will get a sense of the lack of trust in the relationship. It's toxic. It's not good for them. Yeah. Get out.
No, I think you should bang a hall pass.
Bang the hall pass.
Bang it and then go.
And then go.
Make sure you've told her you've banged her as well. Bang her sister.
What difference does banging her and
Bang
then
her
go?
mum.
Yeah. If you can shag her mum, then I'd call that even and
Yeah.
say, you know what, we can move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, shag her
Her
mum.
mum's dead.
Or their dad.
Definitely shag her
dad's
mum if
still-
she's dead.
yeah.
If she's dead, shag her mum.
Shag her best mate or sister and then you're even.
Shag her best mate on the mum's grave. Shag her sister and her best mate at the cemetery.
Have a threesome in front of her mum's headstone.
Yeah.
Sorted. Job done, innit?
No
Job
fucking about.
done.
Have any of you been cheated on before?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Kind of, but I was cheating at the same time, so it's one of them where you're like, oh, awful. But yeah, I'd done my fair share.
I've been cheated on 3 times by 3 separate people. Whatever.
At that point, you got to start questioning whether it's
Were
your
you
fault,
having
haven't
sex
you?
with them at the time?
Simultaneously. Yeah.
I was really sad. I was trying to be a dick, and he went, yeah. I did, yeah.
I was shagging them, and then a glory hole turned up. It's like stuck in someone's dick while I was fucking them.
But you've been so unlucky in love that I wouldn't be surprised if like someone had cheated on you while you were banging your missus. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like some of your stories will make everyone go, "Oh bloody hell, Sean!"
No, I'm whatever. I'm not. It's stories, isn't it? I'm not
Yeah,
bothered.
man.
Also, every single one of them that cheated on me got back in touch with me at least 6 months later because they wanted more of the pussy flicking. So when you're good at something, you leave a
When
mark.
you're good at something,
don't you?
never do it for free.
Have you ever cheated?
I've had crossovers,
Overlaps.
overlaps.
Offside lines.
Yeah, but no, not cheated.
This is beyond that, though, innit?
This
Because
is
you're talking about, like, I'm not saying it's not awful. People
Yeah.
cheat in relationships and it's never nice.
Yeah.
They're married with kids.
Kids, yeah.
This isn't like a 6-month relationship or like
people's
a young
lives.
one.
Yeah.
This is family life.
Yeah.
It's a
The whole
totally
unit
different-
is getting fucked
yeah.
up there.
The guy who wrote the email is spot on. That's what you really need to do because without even talking about it from the partner's point of view, what you need to do is either go, right, this is awful and we'll try and rebuild this. But I think it's a little suspicious, if this is genuine, that she's gone, you can have a hall
Yeah.
pass because she's already in the wrong. Like she fucked up. People make mistakes. I get it. But it looks like she's trying to go, all right, well, you do something wrong now as well.
Because she'll
and
keep
I'll
doing
be
it.
fine about it. And then
Yeah.
that cancels each other out. Like,
She'll keep
I
doing
almost like don't trust the mentality of that.
Yeah,
Like,
she'll keep doing it.
it's, I don't know. It just feel like it should just be, if you cheat on someone, you're genuinely sorry. You need to come and go, I cannot believe I've done this. I'm so sorry I was drunk. These are my reasons. And I will never do it again. I regret every second of it.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
then be like, all right, it was a bad one. Do you want to fuck something? And then we're
Yeah,
equal. That, like, I don't like the way that thought process works out.
It's self-preservation. It's going, well, we've both done it now. So we've both done it. So therefore it's the same.
Yeah, so he can't ever go, well, you cheated on me. Well, you fucked Pam. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't cheat, did he?
Exactly. That's what he's saying.
But that's what I think
She'll,
the
in her
partner
head, it
will-
is cheating because they're still together, even though it's a whole pass. In her head, she's
And
like,
again, she's very cleverly put the burden of responsibility on him. Because if he takes up on it, like you said, he'll have been cheating, but that's not cheating. No. That isn't, because you've just said, go and fuck someone else.
Could you come back from, say you're in a long-term relationship, we're both in a long-term relationship, could you come back from, let's say, your partner, obviously I'm married with Laura, like you and Sam have been together 5.5 years and 7 months. If she came and went, look, I've got something to tell you. You've not found out. There's not been any weird behaviour. Just like a night out with work or something, and you can tell something's wrong in the morning. She just breaks down and goes, I've cheated and I've got drunk and I regret it. Could you get over it?
no, I'm gone.
Is that it? Done?
Her stuff would be in the front garden before she'd wipe her tears. I would throw it out the window.
Even if you're in Dan's position, my other kids.
Yeah, it's worse. I would also then probably smash her car to pieces with
Yeah,
my
but then
baseball bat.
but then there's other things to think about, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's her
Because then
responsibility to
the
fix
kids
that.
would be like, you threw my toy out as well. Can I can I get it?
Yeah, if the
So
kids
10 years in, 2 kids, you're like, fucking get at me out instantly and there's no coming back.
instantly and there's no coming back. It's worse then for me than if it happened now. And if it happened now, I would
Even if it was
there's
a
an old
drunken
sort
snob.
of inspirational quote thing, which is dead sort of like camp and whatever, but trust's like a mirror, innit? And if you smash it, you can put it back together and it'll still sort of function as a mirror, but it'll never be the same again.
Is that the quote? Yeah, word for word.
Word for word. It'll just never be quite right again, and it never will be, and it's just done.
They have that in the bedroom. And, in a way, it's
A broken
threatening.
mirror.
Yeah. This, the quotes you get on walls that we were talking about. with Alan. Trust is like a mirror. If you smash it, you can use glue to get it back together. But I'm never
I just realised where I got that quote from.
Oh, go
From
on.
a Beyonce song featuring Lady Gaga.
What about you, Dan? You didn't answer the question.
I'd honestly, I'd want Laura to be bereft, crying, obviously. And then I'd be like, I really fancy a bacon sandwich. So then obviously you're going to get a grief snack. Great. And then I'd be like,
Is that your grief snack?
how big was his dick? That's where I draw the line. I draw the line at 4.2 to 4.3 inches. Any bigger than me, and I'm not. No way. No way.
So what does no
It'd
way
be like
mean?
a sweater that was all stretched out.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I'm joking. I was just trying to be funny because it got so
Adam,
serious.
what would you do if she sucked a dwarf off at a party?
It's the same thing for me.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
But it was a joke.
Yeah, no. Same as that Roy Chubby Brown question from earlier.
Carl,
Yeah, is that the same?
what parties do girls suck dwarfs off for a laugh, for a joke?
Hen parties.
what if she snogged another woman?
Same.
God, you're a hard lie, mate. You're like Kevin Kilban.
You're like
You're an extremist.
Taliban.
What, even a bit of like blah, 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 with a lady?
Yeah.
Come on,
What
bro.
happens if she was getting teabagged by a stripper
Yeah.
and she had a little lick?
Same. Yeah, that's a problem as well.
What if she was out in public and she looked at a man
yeah.
and made eye contact? Gone.
Has she got sunglasses on?
No.
No. Oh.
Dirty.
Bare eye contact.
Yeah, bare eye contact.
Gone.
What would you do?
What if she went to work and she shook her male boss's hand?
No, fist bumps only.
What would you do if you walked into your bedroom and she was getting bummed? Bummed by a full lacrosse team.
Lacrosse.
In Liverpool, the famous Liverpool lacrosse leagues.
Will they give me a trial for the team?
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
He's a competitor.
Imagine walking in and going, whoa, can I play for you? Carry on.
Whoa, hang on.
I love how I instantly know.
What if? Okay.
How would you know? All the lacrosse sticks are on the stairs. As you're walking up and you'd be like, hang on, I'm piecing this together.
This is my way into the Liverpool lacrosse
There's all
team.
this lacrosse equipment here. I wonder if there's a rugby team up there. Sam, you've been to a sports shop? Oh, no. No, it was that. That's final now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lacrosse trials.
Honestly, this is, if Laura said that and was like bereft and everything, I'd be like, I'm just going to need to speak to a lawyer and see where I am financially.
Right.
They're like, oh, you're all right. But listen, there's a garden office. You live there now.
Keep her on the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's got to do childcare.
No, I don't know. I'm not as.
I don't
It
think
sounds
it's
like
cut-
I'm being a dick.
It's
Like
not cut and dry, is it?
it's not as cut and dry as like now forever. Like if you, I don't know. Maybe for Laura it would be though. If I did that to Laura, I think she'd be like, she'd go Adam Rowe and be like, get your lacrosse stick and bounce.
Right, yeah.
People can get drunk and make a mistake. I think you've got to get if you do it, you've got to give up drinking
That's sort of it, though, isn't it?
and dick. So
That's sort of it. So, that's what the problem becomes, because then either every time they're out again, you're riddled with anxiety,
yeah.
or when they go out, you've got to control their behaviour, which you can't do. You can't say to someone,
Yeah.
you can't say to someone, I'll stay with you as long as you stop doing that, because then the cheating on you becomes whenever they do that. It's when they come home and go, I had 4 pints, by the way, I was after work, I was with the girls. Then that to you, because that becomes the break of the trust, is the same as them cheating on you again.
Sucking a dwarf.
I know it feels like in this situation, if you've been cheated on, that should be the end of it. But I'm not as hard. I think mistakes can be made, and I'm not just chatting shit. I think there are some extenuating circumstances where, for the sake of my family, I'd try and sort it out.
I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't cheat on me, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, you didn't? Really? Wow.
No comment at all, like
Eshaan's
anywhere.
love stories.
But the thing is, you guys get sad. I don't get sad. I'm not sad about it.
No, it's just every human that hears your stories feels sad. You don't.
It feels like a facade.
You're all
No,
right.
but it's not.
Are you okay, hon?
Yeah.
I've got to go.
Gotta go.
But yeah, basically, lad, boost it out your house, and then you've got an unlimited hall pass for the rest of your life. You can fuck whoever you want because you're single.
But still bum and sister.
Yeah. Get her
Not
to
his
convince,
sister, her sister.
Get her to convince her sister to fuck
Don't
you.
bum your own sister.
Don't bum your own sister.
Don't do that.
Unless she's really fit.
If you're watching on the public episode and you're not a patron, this Friday the 10th, we are going to release the film of the OG Thank You live show.
Wow.
which is incredible.
Exclusively at patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Thanks for everyone that's bought tickets to my tour next year. If you would like to buy tickets, they're at dannightingale.com. Eshaan, we appreciate you.
I
Love
appreciate you boys.
Where
Thank
can we find you?
Online. Eshaan Akbar. I know what you want to say.
I'm on
Cool
the
as fuck.
internet.
Oh,
Do you know
you're on
it?
the
Have you
internet.
heard of it?
If you're not a patron and you're thinking, will I sign up? There's generally going to be several minutes of footage of this fucking Bengali legend rolling in on a rickshaw with no other lights in the venue, just the spotlights on him as I shout ice cream, and we play, what is it, Punjabi MC?
Yeah.
BMC, yeah.
It is.
How are you not signing up at patreon.com/have
it.
a word pod? Adam's got to go.
Going
Go
to
ahead.
South Shields to do some comedy.
Megan.